Warning! The Stone Age Gamer podcast includes a lot of bad language. Cover your motherfucking ears.
Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer podcast.
Jesus.
I am Kris Randazzo, giving Dan no time to catch up. Joining me tonight is Puritan work ethic Dan Ryan.
You just rammed it right in there, Kris, which usually I'm a fan of, but...
Running start.
Oh, God.
All aboard the SAG Cartoon Express.
Boy.
This month's stop on the choo-choo train of justice was Earthworm Jim. Have we finally come across a genuinely good cartoon? Watch out for falling cows, because the Stone Age Gamer podcast starts now. Hi everyone, this is episode 595. It's the week of December 5th, 2025, and welcome. For anyone new here, this is the official podcast of StoneAgeGamer.com. Dan and I talk every week about what's happening in the world of video games from a retro gamer's perspective, as well as whatever the heck else is going on in our lives. And speaking of which, Dan, I have to tell you, I've made some very poor decisions today that I suspect...
That is unsurprising.
They're going to come back to haunt me at some point, I suspect.
Yes. What have you done?
This week, we had decided that for dinners this week, we wanted to make food that was like, what's the polar opposite of turkey dinner, right? Because we're going to have turkey dinner, and then there's going to be leftovers. So what can we make that's just a totally different flavor profile? So obviously, we had the pizza that I make every week, and then we made chili.
Oh,
so I thought
chili
to myself, you know what I should do for lunch, since there's going to be a whole lot of chili? Just get a pack of hot dogs and have chili dogs for lunch. It'll be fine. Love
that. Very Sonic of you.
Indeed. I mean, you got to go fast. So today, it came. Last night we had leftover pizza. Tomorrow night is Thanksgiving. So tonight, clearly, we were going to have chili for dinner.
Clearly.
So, as I'm getting ready to make lunch, I'm thinking, you know what? There's still a little pizza left over. I should probably do that. Because the combination of chili dogs for lunch and then a bowl of chili for dinner seems like there could be ramifications. But I said nay. I was in the mood for chili dogs.
Yeah.
And so I ate 2 chili dogs for lunch, and then I had a big old bowl of chili for dinner. And let me tell you, Dan, my stomach, it's not unhappy, but I feel like it's currently drafting complaints.
It is currently asking to speak to the manager.
Yes. And
that's
I feel
very
that when those complaints get delivered, it's going to be sudden. It's going to be angry.
That's very funny.
You know, it's funny now. I don't think I'm going to be laughing in the bathroom later. I'm going to be
probably not.
It's not spicy chili, right? See, Karen made it, so she doesn't really like spicy stuff. So it was perfectly mild chili. So at least it's not going to burn.
I mean, that's disappointing.
It is, right? Because the sign of a good chili is if it burns going in and burns coming out. Like, that's how you know you've made a good chili. I mean, it was very tasty, but it's not like, didn't have that bite, that just punch you in the gut that says you need to spend more quality. You need to toughen up your inside, sir. you
need to show these fuckers who's
on the
boss.
inside. Exactly. Yeah. If you're colon and you are friends, then you're not doing it right.
Mm. Well,
other than that, how you doing?
I mean, I'm okay. It's Wednesday.
Yes, we're recording early.
We're recording on a Wednesday. I am missing wrestling for this bullshit. So
yeah. Flyers are playing. I'm not watching it.
I have not. This is it. Like, it's not a flex. It's just a fact. I'm just making the captain aware. AEW debuted on October 2nd, my birthday, of 2019. Okay. And I have not missed an episode yet. But tonight...
You're missing one now?
I'm missing one starting at 8 o'clock. I mean, I'm going to watch it immediately when we're done. I'm just going to go upstairs and watch it on HBO Max because that's where it is.
What are you complaining
which
about?
I know, because I have to stay off the interwebs because there might be spoilers and I'm fucking psychotic, as we've established.
Okay. I get it. I understand. So we got this program that's like it's a background room removal program, and I am having a lot of fun with it. But I must say,
I love a good background. What's the name of the program?
Remove BG.
Oh yeah.
That's
just
lovely.
a web extension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We signed up for it. That's what I wasn't using the right terminology. We signed up for it so that we can use it unlimitedly or whatever. And this
sweet.
is the first instance.
Pass the fucking login info.
Do you have need of lots of background removal things? See, here's the thing. Now
Maybe.
I have to figure this out because I'm trying to do these cables. And whenever I would use my regular, programs, like the ones that I just have, that I always have a problem with these HD Retrovision cables because one of the cables is white and it's on a white background. So this also did the thing where it deleted the cable itself and thus does not look very good on the image. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Like, how do I use this thing to... Yeah, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. That is the exact opposite. So I want I want that stuff back. I want that white cable. I want to promote these HD Retrovision cables, and I want to do it in a way that is pretty.
And of course, it being pretty means it has to be white. Okay. I mean, okay. That's fine, Kris. You just come right out and say that shit. It's whatever. It's fine.
In order to be pretty, it has to be seen. And right now, it is invisible. And it deserves to be seen in all of its natural beauty, no matter what color it is, Dan. So you keep trying to make me into a racist, and it's just not working today, buddy. You're 2 for 2.
Wait, what was the other time I tried to make you a racist?
The robot thing.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a racist. That was transphobic.
You were trying to say I was transphobic, and I'm trying to say that if a robot wants to identify as a woman, a robot should be able to live its truth. Dan, to go calling me the bad guy here.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make sense to literally anyone but the two of us. And I don't want to explain it any further.
I don't either.
I just want people to imagine
a disservice.
Whatever fucking conversation we were having that led to that as being a part of it.
Use your imagination, kids. I promise it will be great.
Yeah.
So
and it was probably similar to what we
were
were doing. Yeah.
Probably. I'm not going to promote this cable. I'm sorry, HD Retrovision. I'm going to pick a different HD Retrovision cable to use in this image to promote for Black Friday because I just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I get you.
Sigh.
Can you take your own picture? Boy. I know, I heard that, but before we do that,
that's exciting.
Can you take your own picture of the HD Retrovision cables and not have it be on a white background?
If I had them.
Well, I assume somebody we know has them. How are we going to sell them, Kris?
Well, I'm not going to call them up at the store and be like, hey, guys, could you open up a brand new HD Retrovision cable, take a picture of it on a non-white background so that I can promote it in the Black Friday sale? Or maybe I could just use an S-card cable from HD Retrovision or one of the other HD Retrovision cables. I don't think HD Retrovision does have S-card cables, but I'll take a different one and then use a picture of that and be like, hey, here you go. It's like this one right here. That's Insurrection, this one. Let's see, 6 foot by 5. Let's see, RCA male-to-male component cable. Let's see what you look like.
Kris.
Yeah, you heard me. Male-to-male. You got a problem with male-to-male, Dan?
I don't. Even
not
a
today.
little bit.
You damn well better not. You
Never
damn
have.
well better not.
God damn it.
Oh, see, this got 2 white cables.
Oh, now I don't
fuck,
like it.
I'm
That's
going
too
for
much.
it. This has
That's
got
too many white.
This has got white on both ends.
Oh, no. You never want to be white on both ends. When you're going male to male, you never want to be white on both ends. That's just an average experience at best.
That's just common courtesy. What does that mean? I don't know.
Boy.
This
Boy,
this did a little bit better, but the white is still all like half vanished, so it looks like they're ghost cables. And like,
can you not manually edit it?
I could. That sounds like work, Dan.
Sure.
That's what I did last time, and I should have saved that image. But I
Why
didn't
you?
Because I'm an asshole. I thought we knew
that's fair.
this.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Temporarily.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna take this image. I'm gonna create a new one, and I'm just gonna cut out the white bit. I'm just gonna cut that out and leave the rest of it, and then I'm gonna take the image that I'm cleaning up here with just that, then run it through the background remove program, and then I'm gonna use it on the Black Friday sales image, and then we're going to sell 1 or 2 of them. And it will definitely have been worth all of this effort.
Look, guys, those of you who are listening to Kris right now, he really needs you to buy something when we talk about it on the fucking show. Okay? Like you have to. Please?
You don't. We're doing... Black Friday sale is doing very well. It's just that this particular thing...
In general.
I am fascinated by it.
Sure.
I am fascinated by this background removal thing. Because it works so much better than the one in my regular program. But still, this little white fella here is just not cutting the mustard.
Yeah.
And I can see the outline of it, so I'm just going to run my little digital eraser over this thing. Yes, that's what the kids are calling it these days. And
6, 7?
take care.
Okay.
6, 7.
6,
John
7.
hates that so much.
Oh,
like
I would
all the
do it
kids
to
in
him
his
all the
class.
time.
He hates it.
Yeah, my kids hate it too, which is why I do it to them all the time. Like, I find excuses to go out of my way to be like, I don't know, like 6 or 7, you know, and they're like, would you fucking stop? You're not funny, old man. And I'm like, yeah, but I am, though. That's the thing. Lots of people have told me I'm hilarious.
Yeah, the kids at school are constantly doing it, and it drives him, like, mad. He's, like, just super angry about it all the time.
Is he into the brain rot shit? The tra-la-lee, tra-la-lo thing?
I don't know what that is, but I know he watches a bunch of really stupid stuff on the internet.
Yeah, no, there's a very specific brain rot thing that is, I don't know. It's weird.
That's horrible. I feel like we shouldn't be chasing after things called brain rot.
You would think not. But like, you know, it is what it is.
It is. It can't be anything else.
All right, let's talk about this cartoon.
Let's talk about this cartoon.
Tell me about it. Give me some background information.
Well, let's see here. According to IMDb, bot Tom. Wow.
Yep. Love that
went
website.
well. That went well. IMDb says that Earthworm Jim Season 2, Episode 5, Evil in Love, aired on October 26, 1996. And the description here says, Evil the cat teams up with Malice the dog, the love of his life. The villainous couple steals Jim's hairpin of destiny to summon the fiend which dares not speak its name and destroy the universe, and her fleas of eternal slumber send Jim and his friends to the realm of nightmares. So this was pretty funny.
I legitimately enjoyed it. Yeah,
same here. The Earthworm Jim cartoon's got a pretty solid voice cast. Got Jim Cummings as a regular voice on it. Dan Castellaneta is the voice of Jim. Jeff Bennett was Peter Puppy, which he was known as Johnny Bravo, I believe is his claim to fame. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and it was a funny cartoon. Not like, the most hysterical thing you ever seen in your life, but
oh no,
this was a solid episode of TV. I laughed. I didn't cry. I did laugh
a little. I was listening to the Les Mis soundtrack before that, though, because I'm secure enough in who I am as a person that I bought it a few weeks ago because it showed up at the record shop, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll buy that. That's fine. And I unapologetically adore Broadway, at Les Mis in particular.
Les Mis is a fantastic show.
Dream to Dream, I cannot listen to that song and not just weep. I just weep. And like, we're eating dinner and I'm sitting at the fucking table crying while I'm eating the tilapia that I made, or tilapia, if you want to be fancy about it. I'm eating the fish that I made, and Penn looks over at me and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, it's the song, and I can't. She got up and hugged me. I was like, well, it's not that deep. I'll be fine in a minute. Fuck off. Let me have my emotions alone, like a man.
Nice.
Anyway, so I cried, and then we watched Earthworm Jim, and I did legitimately laugh. This was...
Yeah, it's funny stuff.
It was good.
I also have to say, like, while you're talking about what you're talking about, just the other... not yesterday? Was it yesterday? I think it was just yesterday. I was listening to the Waitress soundtrack, and also, like, crying like a little girl.
So I do not know that show.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Do you remember the movie, The Waitress?
Yes. Yeah.
It's based on that, but it's been turned into a just phenomenal musical. The music's by Sarah Bareilles, I think is how you say her name.
Okay.
Just marvelous. The music is outstanding. It is a... I saw it. Karen and I went to go see it on Broadway when it was there with the original cast, or close to the original cast, and it was just amazing. An outstanding show. Cannot recommend it enough.
That is something that I would like to work into my life a little bit more, is probably not going to Broadway just because it's such a fucking trek and it's like an ordeal. But
it's expensive as shit.
It's so fucking expensive. I mean, theater is expensive kind of regardless of where you go, but Broadway in particular is like, oh no, like you did at the beginning of the show, no time to prepare, we're getting a running start and we're just jamming it right in. Hard and fast. It's the way Dad did it. It's the way America does it. And I mean, give or take, depending on your income bracket. Philly certainly gets its fair share of shows, and it is cheaper, and the theaters in Philly are nice. That's where I saw Les Mis. Anyway, it's something I would like to do more. None of this has anything to do with Earthworm Jim, which is, there's really not much to say. It was just a good show. It was just a good episode of a cartoon. It was silly. It was solid. Well acted. The animation was solid. There was a cow at the end, because of course there was. The only thing I don't like about the Earthworm Jim cartoon is the theme song. And I get what they were going for.
I mean, that was so the style of the time,
It was, but it's just bad.
The theme itself is kind of... I hear what you're saying. I've always had a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
I like some of it. I find it entertaining. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. But I do have a soft spot for it. The song itself is really not great, but some of the lyrics are relatively entertaining. But yes, the music, it's the actual song, it's not a very good melody.
No. It's not a great melody.
Your Animaniacs, your Tasmania, like that is... Yeah. That was the style at the time of, we're just going to do a bunch of lyrics that are explaining everything about the show, and it's going to be super kooky. And those shows pull it off, and this one didn't quite get there.
It's really just the pitch of the voice that I don't care for.
Especially the intentionally off-key bits.
Yeah, like I'm not a huge fan of that.
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
It's an earworm.
Nope. Oh, boy.
So let's see. I wrote down some notes. Let's see. I wrote Malice the dog. Nice name. Well done. What's the dog equivalent of Evil the cat? Is Malice the dog. I can get behind that. Solid gag.
I'm into it.
Good work. Well done.
Don't know why she was bald.
Yeah, her design was very strange. Like that weird line around her face made me think that she was wearing a mask the whole time, and it was going to be like that was going to be the reveal at the end, was that she was actually somebody else. But no, it was a big bag of nothing.
Yeah. Just again, that was fun.
It was a strange choice.
Yeah,
not one that I'm mad at, but still, good character, funny joke, strange choice. Let's see. I literally wrote down, I've always enjoyed this show's intro, so fuck you. Within the first 5 minutes of the show, there was a Laserdisc reference, so hands down, this is the best show we've watched.
Yeah, I did love that it was like, it's on modern technology. It's on VHS,
Laserdisc,
and an interactive CD-ROM.
Henchrat
Never
is
not
very
funny
freaky looking.
Yeah, he is.
That's a strange design. A children's show rabbit named Mr. Bunnybutt teaches children how to summon the Dark Lord. I love everything about that.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
That.
No notes. Yeah, it's outstanding.
Just fantastic. So very well done.
Yeah.
The announcer cracked me up, especially because there was no payoff to that. It was just the announcer would say things, and Evil the cat would just give the camera the side. I'd be like, would you shut up? Yeah. And they did it again later in the show, and I was like, are they going to do something with this? No.
No.
it's just funny.
Just very Earthworm Jim.
Great.
Yeah.
The Amelia Earhart joke, the trunk was just funny. The I love Uranus and Holy Grail and Amelia Earhart and
yeah, it was good stuff. Oh, clothes.
Yeah. The pin. Oh, it's great. There was a game accurate portrayal of Heck, which I thought that was really cool. Heck looked very similar to the way it did in the game. And when they finally get out of their weird dream world where they're just bored by all the monsters, and Jim's just like, and we're back. And then they go right to
that was very good.
This is good. Solid gags all around. This was just a good show. And I feel good about that because I used to watch this regularly. I don't remember this specific episode. This one was new to me. But I used to regularly watch this show because I was a big fan of the Earthworm Jim games back in the old Super Nintendo days in my youths.
In particular, that first one.
Yes, Earthworm Jim 2 has things in it that I like quite a bit, but it's ultimately not as fun as Earthworm Jim 1. Got the puppy love levels, though.
Yeah.
I just love
that.
The elevator pitch of puppy love. So you're Jim, an earthworm in a spacesuit, and you've got a giant marshmallow, and you're exhausted, but there's Peter Puppy, and Psychro, a bird in a spacesuit, is throwing puppies out of the window. And if they hit the ground, they die. Splat, die. So you've got to use the giant marshmallow to bounce the puppies over to the other side of the screen without murdering all the other puppies by accident in the process.
Yeah.
And if you screw up too many times, the puppy that's trying to save the puppies in a funnel is going to turn into a giant rage monster and maul you to death. It's wonderful. There's nothing I don't love about that. Oh, and the whole thing is set to that what the hell's that song? Yeah. The whole thing is set to that for reasons unknown. I have to assume because Tommy Tallarico could not be arsed to write a song.
Because he's a twat.
Is there anyway.
Yeah, right. Is there any hope, do you think, after the Amico disaster, of there being new Earthworm Jim?
I think someday there will be. I think somebody somewhere believes that there's a market for it. I remember after goodness, after the Amico thing happened, hold on a second. This was, let's see, when did that start? That was like 2017, maybe?
Oh, God, it's been that long? It feels like it's been my entire life.
There it is,
like
2021.
That's
in
the
2021,
secret. Amico has always been here.
New Earthworm Jim TV series is in the works in 2021.
Okay.
This was like during the Amico disaster thing. I think this was right after they had announced Earthworm Jim 4, and then the people who actually own the rights to Earthworm Jim were like, the fuck are you talking about?
No.
You can't just make a new You can't just announce a new Earthworm Jim game without, the rights to make an Earthworm Jim game, you fuckwit.
I am also announcing exclusive breaking news. The Stone Age Gamer is announcing Kid Icarus 2. Or 7. Okay. I don't fucking know. Make one. We're just announcing it, Kris. We don't have the rights, but we're doing it.
Kid Icarus 4. We're making it from scratch.
That's right.
It's Kid Icarus Downrising. It's going to be great. So, I mean, look, somebody owns Earthworm Jim. Somebody wants to make money off of it someday. This was 4 years ago, and I haven't heard shit about it since. So I think whatever animated situation this was intended to be has gone absolutely nowhere. But I do think that there's a possibility that we will see Earthworm James again someday.
I feel like it could do well. Because those first couple of games, like that, the first game in particular, but the entire series is pretty good. It's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. It's fine.
The first one is genuinely solid, but it's more entertaining than good game. The second one was a little bit of a step back in some ways, a little step forward in other ways. It was a very uneven experience. Earthworm Jim Menace to the Galaxy for Game Boy Color is wretched. Earthworm Jim 3D for N64 is a pile of hot, steamy garbage. But those first two games in this cartoon are adequate. They are solid.
I feel like there's a team out there that could do this and do it very, very well. I mean, I feel the same way about Blasto. Like, Blasto and Earthworm Jim occupy a very similar space in my mind, and I know they're not exactly like analogous to each other and whatever, but they wacky space weird adventure type thing. I'm just surprised we don't have more of that.
Yeah, and it's one of those properties that I really do hope somebody with a lot of talent gets their hands on, because like, could you imagine like Earthworm Jim with Lizard Cube's animation style?
Oh my god, like, that would be,
you imagine
like that? I mean, I just came a little, and I don't even like Earthworm Jim that much. I just really like Lizard Cube.
And there's a ton of great potential in these characters. Like, I mean, Bob the Fish, Evil the Cat, and Professor Monkey for a Head. Like, these are really fun.
Professor
weird
Monkey
characters.
for a Head is pretty fucking great.
Love that guy. I love that. I always that's the thing. Is for as much as Earthworm Jim the games had their flaws, Earthworm Jim, the concept, was always super funny to me.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what carried the games, at least for me. And this cartoon was a really great example of like how you kind of sort of do that. This was like the complete antithesis of that terrible Bubsy cartoon, where like they took, here's everything that we're just going to look at everything that makes Bubsy work in the first place and ignore it and do this instead. Like the whole like what could possibly go wrong thing. Like, that wasn't his catchphrase.
Go wrong.
That wasn't his catchphrase in the game. It was just what he said at the first level. He said something different at the beginning of every level. But the TV show turned it into his catchphrase. Earthworm Jim made a similar kind of sort of mistake with Groovy. But Groovy was used multiple times in the first game, but it was just the first game. It was this goofy joke where Jim's head was there and said, Groovy! And he did say groovy a bunch in the game. So it wasn't really his catchphrase per se, but I can see where they made that connection as far as Earthworm Jim saying groovy. But Dan Castellaneta pulled it off, you know? And Rob Paulson, I'm sure, could have pulled off any number of Bubsy things. The guy's insanely talented in the voice acting realm.
Yeah.
But that show is just wretched. This show
it's
is
real
not.
bad.
This show's got some solid jokes. There was a recurring joke about the Camden Aquarium in Earthworm Jim. I don't know if you remember this, but this show happened like around when the Camden Aquarium was being built, and like when that whole thing was being built, I remember there being a lot of news stories of people being like, "Fucking Camden? What? Why are we putting an aquarium in Camden? What are we doing here, folks?" And that became this running joke in Earthworm Jim about like it wasn't specifically the Camden Aquarium, but that was the joke. Like they were building a giant aquarium in a town that was like not where you would expect an aquarium to be.
Questionable at best.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Camden was a very different place 20 years ago.
It was.
It's still not great. I don't, it's not terrible. I feel
it was.
I feel
like it was generally a cesspool back then.
There are quite a few locations in New Jersey where I would feel less comfortable than Camden. Like there's a couple towns where I just absolutely won't go to, and I worked in Camden for a little bit, so take that.
So
for
you've
what it's
earned
worth.
that right.
I have, yes. Camden is okay.
I don't think we really need to do much in terms of rating this, right? This goes right to the top, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, no offense to The Legend of Zelda, but this beat that, I think.
Oh, yeah. By a lot, actually.
Like, Legend of Zelda is good, but this is, like, really good.
This is going to be really hard to beat.
I think so, too. I don't think there's... I mean, we've only got the one left, right? We're restarting after a year, so we've only got December. So, Wheel of Morality, turn. What do we got left?
So much.
All right, what is our last show? Oh, do we want to do? We want to pick the next show and then do the listener feedback.
Yeah, I don't think we got a ton, because our listeners are lazy, slothful, good for nothing layabouts.
This is kind of short notice. Well, yeah, I think we should. Let's just get this out of the way. Let's just knock the listener feedback out of the way. Cartoon Express, we've got that went in week old news. Rumbleman's posted there. All right, let's see. Earthworm Jim, P2 Mc28 found it online. I don't know, man. This is really stupid, and I love it so far. I mean, the I Love Uranus sticker on the trunk and the casual Amelia Earhart reference. The plot of the episode delivered by a Barney-like children's show. The destruction of the house was awesome timing. Oh my god, that was hysterical. That was one of the parts that I actually laughed out loud.
Somebody here that means to do us harm or some shit like that? Yeah. That means to harm us? That was very funny.
That was very funny. Everyone's fears were good stuff. Henchrat always thanking Evil the Cat for the abuse. Dumb, yet I appreciate the bit. Okay, the ending was a little soft, but hey, cow. Also, that Daily Motion video I linked is clearly cropped like mad, but hey, it was good enough. Oh, that's where he watched the episode of Earthworm Jim. Yeah. Solid feedback there, Peter Mc28. Duroc Pig just said thank you for this. That was the link to the episode. Duroc Pig's feedback was, I vaguely recall watching this during its run back in the day, and still really holds up. It's honestly way more entertaining than I remember. It even got a few genuine chuckles from me. Definitely one of the better shows we've covered. Absolutely, sir. Couldn't agree more. And finally, we've got Trash Man who says, notes about Earthworm Jim. At the start of the episode, man, I know this narrator, voice actor. Oh, Jeff Bennett. This man who has been in everything. Immediate thought when seeing Evil the Cat and Malice the Dog kiss. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Well done. They offer the secret on videotape, laserdisc, and CD-ROM. Oh, how very modern. They're eating TV corn, not popcorn. Corn. What was the point of ringing the doorbell if the cannon just destroys the whole house? I think that was part of the joke.
That's right.
I too fear the shopping mall perfume lady. I think we all do. And wasn't expecting an homage to Frank Herbert's Dune in Earthworm Jim. Final thoughts, recognizable voice cast, well-timed jokes. The quality in this one was definitely higher. I liked it. My favorite SAG Cartoon Express this year. Same here, Trash Man. Same here. Well, we've got, I'm looking at the shows that are left. And I'm going to say there's a better chance of swinging across hell on a string of snot than one of these actually beating Earthworm Jim.
All right. Well,
that's one of my favorite things my dad has ever said to me.
That's pretty good.
I don't even remember the context, but just the line, swing across hell on a string of snot. Yeah. Oh, boy. Here we go. We're spinning. Here we go. What are we going to land on? Come on, Donkey Kong Country. Nope. Oh. I believe this is another one we haven't watched. We will be watching an episode of Super Mario World.
Okay.
This was the second reinvention of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, so things had gotten very thin by this point. I do not remember Super Mario World being particularly good. So let's go to the Plex and look up Super Mario World and see which episode we're going to be watching for December, the last chance. It says no results found for Super Mario World. I'm going to give this a moment to catch up to us. There, oh, okay. There it is. Evans Plex. There we are. Super Mario World. Random episode. Random bullshit go. Super Mario World. We will be watching episode 10, Rock TV. There was only one season of this. So there you have it, folks. Super Mario World. Episode 10, Rock TV, is your homework for the final, not Alphabet Super Series, the final stop on the SAG Cartoon Express for 2025, and then we will rank. We will figure out what was truly the best and what was truly the worst. We'll go through all 12 shows that we watched.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to it, because I can't look back at it. It hasn't happened yet.
Man, that was...
And with that particular bit of
what a ringing endorsement that was to end this segment, and I am looking forward to it.
What did I say this was? Go for Rock TV. Ooh, it's a top-rated episode, according to IMDb.
Well, son of a bitch. Giddy up.
Wow. The episode description is King Koopa invents television as a plan to get the Mario Brothers. I feel like that's going to require some explanation, so that's going to be fun. All right, with that, we're going to take ourselves a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to catch up with what little week-old news we have. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from geekade.com. Stick around.
He's such a groovy guy. He rockets through the sky, cruising through the universe, having lots of fun. Here comes Earthworm Jim, you know that he's a mighty one.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andy. Neither of us are David Crane, but we are the hosts of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time.
That's our monthly Geekade Patreon exclusive podcast that covers movies that are cult classics, weird, or just sometimes laughably bad.
We ourselves have at least two of those qualities, so I guess it makes sense to hear what we think of those movies in retrospect.
You can hear all that and more by becoming a Geekade Patreon supporter.
And, as always, be kind, rewind.
Do you miss the days when you'd get a fresh issue of Nintendo Power in the mail every month? It was stacked with reviews, previews, and all manner of cool new stuff about the world of Nintendo, and it even came with a free poster. Well, you don't have to miss those days anymore, because Nintendo Force is here. Functioning as a spiritual successor to Nintendo's classic magazine, Nintendo Force is staffed with top-notch writing talent, and me for some reason, to deliver fresh new reviews, previews, and more right to your door every other month. And yes, posters are still included, except ours are double-sided. So if you want the thrill of learning all about the world of Nintendo in physical format, head on over to NintendoForceMagazine.com and learn all about it. Nintendo Force Magazine, the force of Nintendo fans.
When you hear the words cross-stitch, you probably think of a grandma lovingly making a Christmas stocking, a picture of a lighthouse, or maybe a Bible verse with flowers. But that's not what we do at Shoot the Moon Stitches. We take the old-fashioned art of cross-stitch and pair it with contemporary themes and imagery to create striking works of art that make the perfect gift for anyone who grew up with the internet and has a wicked sense of humor and an appreciation for pop culture. From cult favorite TV shows and movies, to retro video games, to TikTok trends. If it's made you smile, chances are we've stitched it. You can shop our selection of art and gifts by going to Etsy.com and searching Shoot the Moon Stitches. For all your fun, feminist, fandom fiber art needs, visit Shoot the Moon Stitches.
All right, everybody, we're back, and this is we're shuffling right along here. It's only been a couple of days since the last episode, so
yeah, not much has happened.
Not much.
And it's a holiday tomorrow, so fuck you guys. This is what you get.
It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for Week Old News. Welcome to Week Old News, where we discuss all the news that was new a week ago. So, how do you want to handle this? I see you broke this down into various categories. I added a general news category because, I didn't really know where to put some of these things. And I feel like some of them are in a little dicey category, so I'm just going to add new ones whenever I need to.
Yeah, no,
so
you
want to take turns? You want to just grab a random one, call it a day?
Yeah, no, we're figuring this out as we go along.
I got it. I got a great idea. Check this out.
Well, okay, Jesus Christ. Right,
hold on.
Put it back in your pants. Hold on. Fuck.
Absolutely not. Look at this. Look at this. We're going to make it a checklist. We're going to make little checklists so we can pick whatever stories we want. And then you just check off the ones that you're done. Obviously, we'll stick to ones that are close together, right, to try to make things seem natural. But instead of a bulleted list, I had to make bulleted lists because when it's just a bunch of links, I can't keep track of anything. Because my brain doesn't work.
That's fine.
But now they all have little check marks on them. So you can check off whichever ones you read.
I'm taking this first one just because, it's the spirit of thanks, and I am thankful that Microsoft continues to give me reasons to dunk on them. Because Engadget reports that Microsoft isn't releasing a diversity report for 2025. Which in 2025, Kris,
sheet of paper.
I gotta be honest with you, that's not what you want, is to not release the diversity report. So, all right, look, now, is this a thing that has been happening forever? No. Microsoft has only been releasing diversity and inclusion reports since 2019. However, they did not publish it this year in the time frame that they usually do, which is somewhere in between October to early November, is usually when this had come out. And Microsoft responded, their chief communications officer, Frank Shaw, and you know how I feel about Frank Shaw. Ugh,
you got some serious-ass Frank Shaw problems.
I really do. The less fucking said about Frank Shaw, the better. But he said...
Your least favorite Shaw brother.
My least favorite Shaw brother did absolutely no Kung Fu movies, which is fucking bold, right? You're going to be one of the Shaw... Anyway, what an asshole. He said, and I quote, "We are not doing a traditional report this year, as we've evolved beyond that to formats that are more dynamic and accessible, stories, videos, and insights that show inclusion in action. Our mission and commitment to our culture and values remain unchanged, empowering every person and organization to achieve more." Which, okay, look.
We don't need to give you a report. Trust me, bro.
Just trust me. In fairness to Microsoft, they did publish one of my favorite games of the year, South of Midnight, which is stars a black female lead, has traditional Southern Black American culture and history and mythology and all of that stuff wrapped in there. They did, in fact, do that this year. However, to not include a diversity report, it's just here in the world that we live in, with the political hellscape being what it is, it seems somewhat suspect
It's
to me.
an easy win.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing
Just
something,
do it.
It's an
Yeah.
easy win. Any hoozles.
Yeah.
I get to read this one, which makes me very happy. Mattel, quote, Mattel is constantly out to kill me. Creator of original Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Skyrim puts Thomas in Morrowind in defiance of, quote, legal threats. And the subtitle
in
from
defiance of God.
And IGN, comes from IGN, and I must give credit where credit's due. The subtitle, the little, not the subtitle, the tagline for this article is, that tracks.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, slow clap. Well done.
Good job. Wesley Yinpool, you did it, sir. You did
the thing.
I didn't know there was a Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Morrowind, and the screenshot is absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, it's great.
It's just...
It's great. No notes.
Trainwiz's Blue Sky bio also contains a message on this issue. Quote, all right, this is his bio. Modder game developer. Made that horrible mod that replaces Drek with Thomas the Tank Engine. Personally wielded the javelin that killed God. Mattel is constantly out to kill me.
Yeah.
There's a Warhammer 20k Space Marine 2 Thomas the Tank Engine mod.
Why not? It's very funny.
The
very
internet
funny.
can be a horrible and beautiful place.
It is.
I don't have anything else. I have no commentary on this. It's just something that I want everyone to be aware of, is that the person who made this mod says Mattel is constantly out to kill me. And it's beautiful. It's a thing of genuine beauty.
Well, I got to tell you, Kris, something I would like everyone to be aware of. Time Extension reports that there is now official Ikaruga merchandise. Clothing band Kumagumi has gone live with a range of Ikaruga, depending on, I don't know the right way to say it. I've always said Ikaruga.
As long as you're frothing.
100%.
As long as your demand is frothing. That is really all that matters.
This game is such a fucking awesome game. It was made by Treasure way back in the day, 2001 to be exact. I played it on GameCube. I know. Oh, excuse me. It's on other consoles as well. It's a shooter where you have to flip-flop back and forth between black and white to absorb bullets. It is a crazy bullet hell shooter. You absorb the bullets and then they power you up and shoot them back. And then when other colored bullets are coming in, you got to flip the other way. It's just fucking awesome. It's a really crazy game. And I've never been crazy good at it, but there was a time where I got pretty good at it. And the fact that there is like official merchandise out there is really cool. And it's not for like niche video game merchandise. It's not crazy expensive. Like, it's still expensive. The t-shirts, the one that I want is the Eba Shidori t-shirt, like the big fucking ship that you're in. That's all the t-shirts are $33, which is spicy for a t-shirt, but also not really. The baseball cap is $39. The hoodie is $70, which is just a Treasure Video Games hoodie. But it looks pretty cool. And then there's also a print that is $30. This is cool. If you have somebody in your life who is like, if they like this game, you know that they like this game because they have told you about it. That's just kind of how this goes, right? You're like, oh, let me fucking bleh, all this game all over you, because that's how we are about this shit. You should buy them one of these things because it's cool.
I would agree with your assessment.
Thank you. I do make good assessments.
I've heard that about you.
I make excellent decisions in bike shops, which is legitimately my favorite Kanye West tweet of all time. Like, he just tweeted that out. There was no context. There was no precursor. There was no antecedent to it. There was no follow-up. It was just, I make excellent decision in bike shops. Like, yep, I bet you do, Kanye. Sorry, yay, if we're,
Yay.
What are you eating with your fucking mouth noises? Jesus.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not eating anything. I'm just sitting here.
Oh, you're making Slurpee sounds. It's okay. I was just, you didn't share with the class. I was curious.
I wasn't aware I was making any noises. How odd. I'm just sitting here listening to you. I mean, I guess I have a lot of saliva going on right now.
Gross.
But also
hot.
Probably the full body revolt that's currently in progress. Like, told you about the chili. Things are going to happen. I don't know when.
That's fair. It's like your mouth is watering. That's how fucked up your insides are. That is not a good sign, Kris.
It's going to hit me like a pimp.
Fucking come out of the bathroom looking like you were rode hard and put away wet.
Because I was. Bleeding Cool reports. Jada Toys unveils new Mega Man Deluxe 1/12 scale figure, and these look delightful.
Don't they look good?
Yeah,
they look really
nice.
Good. They're $30 a piece, which is a lot of pieces for Mega Man. But,
well, I mean, that's way less expensive than the what were the figure arts or whatever that they were before.
Well,
I had a couple of those.
Figure arts can get fucked with their prices.
I mean, these look easily as good as those, and they're hyper articulated. But Mega Man really lends himself, just his design lends himself well to this kind of like hyper articulated figure too. So, but he's all shiny, and these look wonderful.
Yeah, I've got the. So this is for Mega Man X in particular, right? That's what it said? I don't even remember the story.
Mega Man.
No, just Mega Man. It's just a new mold that they're doing. Yeah. Because this one has like this one has the unhelmeted head with like his spiky black hair sticking out and all that stuff. I have the original Jada Toys one, and it is an awesome figure. It is fucking great. Like, articulation is solid, paint colors are solid, the sculpt is really nice. Like, it legitimately is one of the best Mega Man figures I've ever seen. So, for $30, if you're into the collectible thing, knock yourself out.
Or don't.
All right.
It's not very healthy.
Whatever. Fuck it. It's the holidays. Engadget reports that FX has ordered a Far Cry TV show from Alien Earth creator Noah Hawley and Rob Mack. Yes, that guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A show which I've seen literally one episode of and went, yep, this isn't for me. But apparently everybody else loves it. Alien Earth, however, is really fucking good. It's really dope. I think Far Cry is an interesting but also safe choice for a video game TV show. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. It could be cool.
No, I don't look at that as a bad thing.
No. I just like I want us to get to a point, not necessarily to like the superhero glut that we got to and are kind of still in, but I want, as those of you who are going to read my Mega Man article, or not Mega Man, my Metroid article, will see, and we've said it on the show a bunch of times, I want to get to a point where we have a fucking Metroid TV show that's like legitimately good and serious and all of those things. I want us to have video game properties represented in those sorts of like quote-unquote traditional media, and they're not a joke, and we're definitely on that path, right? The Super Mario Brothers movie has done that. The Fallout show is fucking fantastic. The Tomb Raider cartoon that's on Netflix, that's pretty good. Devil May Cry, the Castlevania cartoon on Netflix was fucking outstanding. So I feel like
Minecraft movie was even solid. It wasn't good.
I didn't see it. I
terrible.
Can't say. Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
It made a fuck ton of money, which is like kind of important. Did. So, that's not nothing. But there's so many stories out there that are just ready for this sort of like adaptation, and I just really hope we get there. I really do. I hope this is great. All it takes is
someone taking it seriously. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Somebody's just got to take it seriously.
Yeah. Take your mom seriously. Oh, shit.
She will fuck you up.
She probably would. I both fear and respect your mother.
And well, you should. For fear is the path to the dark side. What the hell? I guess I'm going to move on to hardware.
Let's do it.
You know what? I'm going to say this one because this was very interesting to me. We were having a conversation about this in the Discord.
I literally just put it in there like 3 minutes
chats.
ago.
Yeah. This firmware is available. Time Extension reports all EverDrive 64 flash cards now work with the Analogue 3D. There was a lot of griping about how the Analogue the EverDrive 64 did not work with the Analogue.
Right.
But that was I assumed that was going to be a quick fix because this isn't like putting a Harmony cart in the 2600 Plus, because the Analogue is like it runs the games. It's not dumping the games and then emulating them. It's running them. So there's no reason for flash carts not to work in the future, and they got that together fast. And Crixie did a darn fine job. The OS has been updated. You can
really quick.
Slap those EverDrives into your Analogues and play whatever N64 games you want on your TV and crystal clear formula. Come on. Like Pilot Wing 64 is a good time. Star Fox 64 is a good time.
No, there's
Smash
plenty.
Brothers. There's good games on there. Heck, Mortal Kombat Triology.
The Triology. So I don't know if you noticed, Kris, but we have been stealthily joined by Mr. Matt Ramo. I'm going to call it out because I heard the notification.
Matt, hi.
Mr. Matt Ramo, are you there?
Yes, gentlemen, I am here. How are you?
Oh, shit! What's up?
I love you, Matt. What are you doing here?
I love you too, Kris, and Dan, I love you as well.
I love you, Matt. Oh, what a love fest.
So,
boy, if you guys could see the video, just face, neck, and chest everywhere. It's fucking sexy. What's up, man?
What's going on? So how I got here was I was putzing around the music sub-channel, and then I saw there was a voice notification that something was happening. So I was like, let me take a look. And then I saw it was you three, and I was like, let me go bug them.
Yeah, no, we're just recording. We're just recording SAG. This is the old podcast.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, we're just sagging it.
Yeah, I've been sagging for a while.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah. Boy, age. Ugh.
Yep. Way to get old, guys.
Best. Yeah. If there's one thing I like better than being old, it's not being old.
Right?
Well, if I had to choose. All right,
so
I'll let you
if
guys
I had
get
to
back
choose,
to
I'd have to choose the male.
your regularly scheduled program.
Well, this is now what I'm thankful for. That just for this briefest of moments you jumped in here. Because I don't know if you listened to the podcast, Matt, and we don't talk nearly as much as we should, but I am going to a restaurant for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I'm right. I had cancer last year, and nobody else seems to fucking care that I missed Thanksgiving last year. They were like, whatever. They were. Thank you. Right? Nobody in my immediate family. Maybe I need a new family. Is all I'm saying. They were like, yeah, go get a burger for Thanksgiving because that's fucking whatever. Anyway, so I'm not thankful for that. Burger? Probably not. I don't know. It's like some fancy schmancy inn. I'm like, ugh, stop it.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Gross.
Well, I have a family member whose son used to do it every year. His wife she's one of, I think, 6, and it's 5 boys and her, and then they would just rent out a restaurant and invite just everyone, and it would be on their dime. They're just those people, and I was always jealous. Like, I kind of want a restaurant Thanksgiving.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, I will report back. Join us next week on Friday, though, and I'll let you know how it was.
Sounds. I wait with bated breath.
Excellent.
Gentlemen, y'all have a wonderful show. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will all talk soon.
We will. Merry
Excellent.
Almost Christmas.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
What a
Well, that was
wonderful,
lovely.
unexpected surprise.
Yes, that for anyone listening who didn't recognize him because he was sounding far away, that was Matt from the Wave Back and Turning Tracks podcasts.
That was Matt, apparently from the ISS, phoning in for a quick hitter. Boy, I'll tell you. Anyway, back
Just
to
an
whatever
absolute delight.
he really is. You're welcome. I did that for you.
Your turn.
Yeah. So, sticking with hardware news, Rock Paper Shotgun reports that this week's most popular game is not a robo-voiced extraction shooter or a buggy martial arts RPG. No, it is Guess the Steam Machine Price, where Valve came out and made a statement, right? Because the Steam Machine news dropped a couple weeks ago, and so the speculation began to run rampant of what is this thing going to actually cost? Because the OLED 1 terabyte Steam Deck is like $750. The LCD one is obviously cheaper. PlayStation 5 Pros and Xbox Series and Switch 2s, like we're talking $500 and up, right? So in order for this to be successful and make some sort of dent and not just be a niche product like the Steam machines were previously, the thought is, like this has to be priced competitively against the consoles. And then Valve was like, fucking suck our dick. This is going to be priced competitively to PCs, which might not be fucking awesome, because here's the thing. So Rock Paper Shotgun in their report goes on to explain that, and I'm just going to read this because I really don't understand. I mean, I kind of understand, but not enough to like really break it down. Since October, so what's left has broadly since October, but this past week especially, been slapped with obscene markups. We're talking about all of the things that are needed to make a Steam Deck, specifically RAM, which is being gobbled up by your favorite tech fucking speculative future, my favorite tech speculative future, which would be AI data centers. They're just the fucking best. They say more of that, please. An unremarkable, crucial DDR5 32 gigabyte kit, for example, was 88 pounds, because they're British, which means they're assholes, a month ago. Now, right, if it's not American, fuck you. Now, a month later, that same 32 gigabyte kit is 206 pounds. A Corsair Vengeance set, DDR5, 32 gigabytes, was 100. Now it's 350. The 64 gigabyte was 210 in September. Now it's 557, which is more than a base PS5 just for your RAM. So,
Speaking of ramming.
Right, yeah. So, once again, AI proves to be just the absolute drizzling shits. They have given us a breakdown here of some pretty conservative specs. Nothing super crazy. Basically what Steam has announced. So the breakdown here is case, GPU, CPU, GPU, RAM, SSD, motherboard, cooler, PSU, coming up to a total of 869 pounds. So the pounds to dollars conversion of 869 would put us at a U.S. price of fucking, hold on to your butts, $1,151. And I gotta say, as excited as I am about this thing, if it is, let's call it $1,200, fuck, let's even call it $1,100. Let's take that $50 off. We'll round down, which is not how you do it. But let's round down to $1,100. If this thing is $1,100, it's fucking dead in the water, man. There is no way this sells at that price.
I had never thought this thing had any chance at being mainstream success. They're just
mainstream
that's not
success.
What they're after. It's going to sell to the Steam crowd.
You're right.
Like it's just like the Steam Deck. It's going to sell to the Steam crowd.
Man,
the ones that can afford it.
But $1,100 for for a PC that is not going to play games at a level that you could build a PC on. Like, I don't know. I just don't see what the market is for that at that price point. Like, it needs to be $400 to $500 cheaper. Like, it needs to be in the $600 to $700 range to even have a chance, in my opinion. Now, what the fuck do I know? I've been a quote unquote PC gamer for about a year at this point. So I really don't know. But as someone who was excited about it and still is excited about the prospect of it, $1,100, $1,200, you and the horse you rode in on can get properly fucked, is all I'm saying. Which means like dinner and a movie first, you know.
That's proper? That's how you do that properly?
I think so. Is that the episode title? You and the horse you rode in on can get properly fucked? Let's just really push the boundaries and see how much patience Ryan has for us.
Now, my current front runner is currently drafting complaints, but...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, okay. Settle down there.
Oh boy, things are happening. Complaints have been fucking forwarded up the email chain. The email started with, "I hope this email finds you before I do." Like, whoa, okay, stomach. You pull the fuck back.
Some things have been... I mean, I've drank an entire glass of water, and, I can still taste the dinner.
No, not what you want.
You know what? I'm going to take this one. I'm going to say this one was supplied to us by Senor Rumblemans. He announced just earlier today on Blue Sky and probably other formats as well. Here it is, Castlevania 2 Enhanced Edition on the SNES. Huge shout-outs to BizQuit for original NES hack. It makes this game so much more polished and approachable. I'll drop some details and replies here. The hack is available here. List of improvements in this hack. Improved translation, new cinematic prologue, SRAM saving functionality, jump downstairs with down and A, extended Japanese version ending, support for multiple whips, clues, and one-line timer on status screen. Palette fades from day to night rather than text pop-up, larger dialogue boxes, Rumble support if you have access to a Rumble controller, various events of the game will provide tactile feedback, MSU1-based audio support with 8 soundtrack options. Yeah, this is good stuff. Look, Rumblemans don't mess around. I can't wait to give this a try.
Very good work. And if you're not going to buy anything from us, you should at least download his free shit.
Word.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Keep them coming, Rumblemans. You are doing the Lord's work, whichever Lord you would like it to be. Feel free to apply your own mythology or religion to said Lord.
This here breaking news. Beep, 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 beep. It's only available in small, which is kind of a heartbreak. But Concord logo hoodie is $1.50 on the PlayStation Store.
Damn it.
I wish it was available in other sizes, because I would absolutely, for $2, buy a Concord hoodie and rock that shit.
Yeah, man. What if that game was, like, actually good and it just didn't get the chance? Like, what if there's actually a good game in there? Wouldn't that be some shit?
We'll never know. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Size small, $2. Only 8 left, Dan. There's only 8 left.
Well, 8 fucking people are going to be real happy come Christmas morn.
Looks like a nice hoodie.
I'm sure it is.
It was originally $60.
Oof, that's about $52 more than I would like to pay for that.
Ooh, $5 and under. There's a whole $5 and under section on the PlayStation Gear Store. There's a PlayStation Heritage bucket hat. 5-panel hat. What the hell is a 5-panel hat?
The hat an asshole wears.
What does that mean? Oh God, you're right. It is a hat an asshole wears.
I am aware. As a regularly hatted person, I'm aware.
Never heard of a 5-panel hat before. I'm still not entirely sure what it means. Well, there's a God of War emoji tee.
It's got 5 panels. It's got 5 panels on it.
God of War emoji tee for $5. That's adorable. Yeah, look at this bunch of shirts and stuff. This PlayStation Pride shirt. Oh, that's $20. That's not $5. Still.
Yeah. Also, I'm just kidding. 5-panel hats are kind of cool, but you have to there's a certain confidence required to pull off a 5-panel hat, and not everybody has it.
See, here's why I don't get it, because now I'm looking at the PlayStation Pride camper hat, which appears to be the same design of hat. What makes this a camper and that a 5-panel?
I couldn't tell you because I am not looking at the website. What is this website? The PlayStation
Gear? Gear.playstation.com in the $5 and under section. This Gear. 5-panel hat, I guess I get what you're saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pieces that make up the hat. I don't understand why that's something you would call attention to, or why that would be considered a selling point. But okay. And then I look at this other one that where'd it go? Now I've lost it.
I don't see it. It's not on here anymore, Chris.
It's not in the $5 and under section.
The Uncharted cap section is here. I like that.
Is there a hat section just for hats? All hats.
Okay, so
just hats.
So the camper hat is a 5-panel hat.
Right, but it's called a camper hat.
Right.
Why?
Give
me the answers, beheaded Dan.
Marketing would be my guess. It's not a great answer, but
I don't understand. What makes that more attractive than 5-panel?
People like camping?
I mean, besides the fact that this guy in the 5-panel hat is clearly not a camper.
Right. Yeah. No,
and by that, I don't mean
not
a person who camps. I mean, he is not a vehicle that people camp in.
Maybe, hold on. Is it due to... This is fucking riveting. Is it due... Oh, yes. So, here's my guess, Chris.
It smells like campfire.
Yes, it has a scent. No. If you look at the pictures, look at the strap in the back. The camper hat has what appears to be an adjustable buckle, okay? Whereas the 5-panel hat appears to just have the Velcro enclosure on the back. And I believe that is where your distinction would come in. Right, well, because you have the difference between fitteds and snapbacks and buckles and dad hats and all of those things. I mean, how deep down this rabbit hole do you want to go, Chris? Or do you want me to just get to the next story?
You need to get to the next story.
Because I need to know, Chris, your reaction. This is a Chris-ass update to the Nintendo online app if there ever has been. Nintendo Life reports that Nintendo has expanded Switch Online's NES and Game Boy library with Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos, Bionic Commando, and Kid Motherfucking Icarus of Myths and Monsters, respectively. Chris, tell me how you feel about this update.
Fantastic. No,
all right, good. Let's move on. I built it up. Let's just move right past it.
I was so thrilled. I honestly couldn't believe it. I had hoped that these games would show up eventually, but they've been just dancing around them for so fucking long. Like, okay, here's Ninja Gaiden 1, and then like years later, there's still no 2 or 3. Why are we just doing 1? And why are 2 and 3 just not available anywhere? Like,
right.
There's just no way to play the NES versions of the NES Ninja Gaiden trilogy currently. But now we've got the first 2. So that's marvelous. Freaking Battletoads. They'd be like, here's Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. It's like, okay, come on. Get to the one. There's one so there close. That everybody wants. I'm not saying don't give us the other Battletoads games, like Battletoads and Double Dragon. Sure, why not? It's an interesting game. But the original NES Battletoads is the one that I want to play. Right. Because the version on Rare Replay is a laggy mess, and it's not fun to play. And this is not. And then, of course, you've got Game Boy version of Bionic Commando, which is very solid, great soundtrack, good stuff. And Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, which is a fantastic game, and I'm looking forward to playing on my TV for the first time in a long time. Last time I played through that on the television really was on my Super Game Boy way back in the day. So now, first 2 Kid Icarus games are on Switch. I'm just got to get that third one. And really, what we need is the 3DS 3D Classics Kid Icarus to be on Switch, but that's probably never going to happen. But you never know. You really never know. I'm thrilled. This is such a great update. It also updates the apps to both be Nintendo Classics now instead of just Nintendo Switch Online. So that's kind of cool. Right. Which kind of dovetails into this next story here. Nintendo Classics, Go Nintendo reports, Nintendo Classics Game Boy app adds in 4 new Easter eggs. So I noticed when I booted this up that they had changed the startup noise, which I'm not overly fond of because the startup noise was the Game Boy startup noise, which is what it should be. But they changed it to the coin collecting sound from Super Mario Land. But you can mess with that. You can press different directions, I believe, on the D-pad when it's booting up to get Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, or Game Boy Color startup screens, like those themed intros when you start up the app, which is kind of neat because you can do that with the Game Boy Advance thing too. It's cute. And any nods to Super Mario Land, the first one, are always going to make me kind of happy. I do hope they eventually go back to like the regular Game Boy startup noise, because that's just kind of what belongs there. It's not just a Mario app. It has a startup sound, so use it.
So, yeah.
But this is just great stuff all around. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I'm gonna take this one here because apparently it's never going to end. Nintendo Life reports that a huge Super Mario 64 trick that will change speedruns forever has been discovered. Because holy shit, we're still finding new things to do in these speedruns. Now, did you read this story, Chris? Because I don't actually.
No, I didn't
fucking
read the
get
story.
It. Okay.
I didn't because I figured I wasn't going to get it either.
Okay. So, let's see here. A brand new trick has been discovered that will potentially change the nature of speedruns, particularly the one-star speedrun forever. Bubzia, a speedrunner who specializes in blindfolded speedruns, has documented the discovery of this new technique that has essentially wiped out one of the most famous skips in the game, the side backwards long jump, the SBLJ, as it's more commonly known. I mean, you know the SBLJ, Chris. We were just talking before we started the show about the SBLJ.
Absolutely.
It's fucking legendary. It's used to skip the 30-star door in the basement of Peach's castle. It's a very difficult trick to pull off, but it is a staple thing in the speedrunning community. If you're going to have any shot at getting anywhere near the top of the leaderboard, it's a thing you need to do. Frame Perfection and Crack Hex are two speedrunners. They found a workaround that eliminates the need to do that. It's been dubbed the Crack Slide by the community because why not? Yeah. Why is one question I have. How is really probably the more important one. Like, how are we still figuring this shit out?
If I had an answer for you, Dan, I'd give it to you. But I don't.
No, well.
The speedrunning community has always been very interesting to me. The, militant speedrunning community that's like, we're going to shave, 0.4 seconds or 0.04 seconds off of this by exploiting some strange glitch or something like. I find it fascinating, but I don't understand a fucking ounce of it.
No.
Just no.
Yeah. I mean, good on you.
It's awesome.
Shit,
keep doing it.
Yeah.
By all means. Keep living your truth. But I
shut the fuck up. Don't say things like live your truth. We're not that kind of show.
We are now, Dan. We can be whatever we want to be.
That's right.
We can live our truth.
Don't you fucking tit shame a robot. What's wrong with you?
Goddamn right. Oh, speaking of shame, GameSpot reports Beyond Good and Evil 2 shown signs of life after nearly 2 decades.
Sure.
Somebody posted a job listing for a technical sound designer on Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Never happening. And if it does, it's just going to be disappointing.
If it looks like the game that they showed off, then yes, it will definitely be disappointing.
38 years ago when they fucking showed it off?
I remember being so excited for it when it was Jade and Paige on that car, and I was like, "Oh man, give me more!" Because it had a cliffhanger ending, and then they showed off years later after we all thought it had disappeared. They're like, "Here's E3, and here's your new hyper-realistic, no longer stylized, open-world loot-boxy shooter game." And
that's right, baby. That's what the kids want.
That was good about the first game and shot it into the toilet.
As Ubisoft do.
Yeah. I really liked the original Beyond Good and Evil, and I'm afraid to go back to it because I don't want to not like it anymore. I don't want to go back to it and be like, "Oh, this doesn't really hold up."
I feel like the memory of that game is probably the best way to experience it.
Yeah, I think so too.
At this point,
for me, anyway.
Yeah.
But hey,
if you've never played it,
it's still out there.
Technically,
it's still might have. You're saying there's a chance.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise. This story just makes me happy, and I just added it to our list. Noisy Pixel reports that Vampire Crawlers, the Turbo Wildcard roguelite deck builder that is coming from the team behind Vampire Survivors, has hit a fucking, legitimately, to my mind, astonishing 100,000 plus wish lists on Steam in 48 hours. That is fucking nuts. That's gotta make you feel pretty good, I would imagine, as a developer.
Yeah. That makes me feel pretty good
awesome.
As a person who likes people who make games.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I don't have anything to add to that. Yeah.
It's just we're reporting good news. Now let's move on.
Let's move on to probably the best news of the fucking week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nintendo Life reports Metroid Prime 4 Beyond launch streams announced. Watch top streamers play. No, I don't think I will. To be perfectly honest with you, I think I'd rather just play the game.
Sure.
I'm
so excited for this game, Kris.
I am too. I have actually played it. I played about 3 minutes of it. Over the weekend, they had the demo running at Best Buy. And I played a few minutes of it, and then I just put it down. I was like, I'm good.
That's what I did with Bonanza. I
beautiful.
broke a couple of walls and went, yep, this is what I'm in for.
This is it. This
is what I wanted. Yeah.
It feels good. It looks good. Yep.
It was kind of like the main point of my article, right? And this is why I included this news story this week. In my mind, and we've talked about this a bunch on the show. We don't have to get like super deep into it or anything. But I know that you have had similar thoughts, and a lot of like our listeners and just in the discussions that have come up in and around Metroid as a franchise. In my mind, the big three at Nintendo are obviously Super Mario Brothers in whatever current form it's in, whether that's Wonder or Odyssey or whatever the fuck, The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid. Those, like, in my mind, are the big three, like, tentpole fucking franchises.
But
That's not at all the case.
No.
It's not the case at all. And
Mario, Zelda, you're 100% right. But Pokemon, Kirby, they're the money
Pokemon,
makers.
Kirby, Splatoon, Fire Emblem. Like, there's so many other ones
Metroid is
that
like down on the list, but
it really is. But
it's
in my
because
mind,
of the generation that we come from.
It
Because
is,
those
right?
are all newer things, like the games that changed
Animal
the way
Crossing.
games were made. Like Super Mario Brothers was like the big first step, right? Yeah, Donkey Kong that sold the Famicom in the first place. Super Mario Brothers was like, this is the best game that we can make on a cartridge before we move on to the Famicom disk system. And then Legend of Zelda, Konami's Castlevania, to an extent Tecmo's Rygar, Capcom's Trojan, but the ones from Nintendo, the ones that they made that changed the way games were made, were Metroid, Kid Icarus, and The Legend of Zelda. That trio right there were the ones that absolutely changed the game. Now, obviously, Kid Icarus long-term didn't have the same staying power as the other ones did. But at the time, when it came out, this was a password pack game. This, incorporated RPG elements. They were taking the things that worked in Mario and Zelda and trying to turn them into their own thing. And Metroid was like, well, we don't have a science fiction game yet, so let's do that. These were the tent poles of the change from arcade to console gaming as we know it.
They're the fucking template, man. And like we talk about so often, like how brilliant World 1-1 of Super Mario Brothers is. How it taught an entire new generation of people how to play video games and what to expect from a video game and all of the things that does. I would argue, and I did, as a matter of fact, argue that the opening 3 screens of Metroid should be included or talked about with that same level of reverence, right? You think about playing Metroid for the first time, right? If you had never seen anybody play Metroid before and didn't know to go immediately to the left to get the Morph Ball, you would naturally, if you had played basically any video game that was not a top-down Legend of Zelda type thing, or like Gauntlet or whatever. I don't even know if Gauntlet had been out by then. But like, if it wasn't Adventure or The Legend of Zelda, you were going to the right? And that's just what you were going to do. And 3 screens into Metroid, you are forced to go back to the left because you can't fucking go any further if you don't have the Morph Ball. So right away, the game fucking dead ends. And you go back and you're like, oh, okay, well now I'm back. Like, I didn't know I could go back, right? Now I'm back in the first room and I find this fucking Morph Ball. And now I'm paying attention to the second screen of Metroid, where I see enemies in a space I can't reach. And now that the game has taught me in 3 fucking screens that I have to backtrack and make my way through, I have now understood that this is a much different and much larger and in-depth experience than I might have initially thought. And it's fucking brilliant. And it's as brilliant as the pixel-perfect timing of the enemy placements in the very first Super Mario Bros. Level, that teaches you when to jump and how to hit things and all of that. I think it's just as good. So I have a desperate hope that this game puts Metroid on that level, and it makes me really happy to see that Nintendo is, you know, kind of encouraging streamers to play it. That's a big part of where we are now. That is
for sure.
You know, that's like a huge thing. I still think naming it Metroid Prime 4 is a gigantic fucking colossal mistake. In my mind, that is, it just should have been Metroid Beyond. Or even Metroid Prime Beyond would have been fine. But Metroid Beyond kind of restarted. There's a lot of baggage that comes with that number 4. And fuck, man, like when I was doing research for the article, fucking Golf sold more copies than the original Metroid on the NES. Like, this is not a popular franchise. It, like, big picture, it really fucking isn't. And I'm so happy that they keep trying. And God, I hope this is the one that breaks it through.
Well, you know, it's been doing better all the time. Prime Remastered did well. Dread did well. The newer Metroid did pretty well for itself on Switch. It has carved out its niche, and I hope you're right too. I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be the big breakout unless there's something to it that we don't know, because thus far it just seems like more Metroid Prime, but prettier. And that's not a problem. It's just not a problem. But we'll see. I'm very curious about the game. I'm very excited for it. I don't know that it's going to be the one that breaks through and makes it like the big mainstream success. Especially just kind of where the Switch and Switch 2 are right now in terms of the games. Like, because this is a leftover Switch game that's super prettied up for Switch 2, but it's not taking full advantage of either platform. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to look great as a Switch game, but it's not, you know, a Switch 2 game. And as a Switch 2 game, it's held back by the fact that it is still being built on a Switch 1 game architecture, even though it's got the really nice mouse controls and whatnot. It's, you know, it's held back in a couple of ways because of its unfortunate timing. But I do think it has the capacity to perform quite well.
I hope so, because like I know you said like Metroid Prime Remastered did well. Like I mean, I would argue it didn't. It sold about 1.4 million copies. Like, that's, I mean, selling more than 1 million copies, sure, that's fucking great, but that's not very good. Like, looking at what first-party Nintendo shit does, Metroid is always at the fucking bottom of the list, man. You know? I mean, I don't even know what the numbers for, like, Odyssey and Animal Crossing and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, like, I don't even know what those numbers are, but I do know they're a fuck of a lot more than 1.4 million. You know? It's not an original game, it was a remaster, yada, yada, yada. Whatever the fuck you want to argue about it is fine. It's just, man, I don't know. I just hope. I am hopeful.
I'm hopeful too. I don't know about
Metroid.
I really like Metroid too. I don't know about, I mean, I assume you're getting that 1.4 sales figure from what's this, fandom.com. I'm not entirely sure what that number is based on, because I'm not sure that official sales numbers of the digital version of Metroid Prime Remastered have been released. Not 100% sure.
I thought they had, because I've seen this number a bunch of different places. You know, we can only go on the numbers that we have, right?
Right.
That's all you can really base it on. And like I said, you know, comparing it to the sell-through numbers on something like, you know, fucking Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Well, right. Metroid doesn't have the same draw as Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Like, yes, it could have done better, but it did well. You know,
it did well enough. But like Super Mario Brothers Wonder sold 16 million. You know, like
Super Mario Brothers Wonder appeals to everybody.
Sure,
Metroid Prime
100%.
Metroid is just doesn't have that same kind of appeal, and it doesn't have the bro market that Halo has.
Right.
It's gonna be a niche thing no matter how you slice it until there's some sort of Metroid needs that other thing to kind of draw people's attention to it. It retroactively does very well. But I mean, like, what, the original Metroid Prime only did 2 million.
Right. Which is not great.
Again, it was great for Metroid. And Nintendo was fine with that.
Yes, but that's the thing.
You know?
Yeah, it's great for Metroid. Look.
You know, by Metroid standards. I mean, shit, what, Super Metroid only did like 1.4 million?
Something like that.
That is one of the best games
ever
of
all time
made.
Yeah.
Frickin' Zero Mission on Game Boy Advance. On Game Boy Advance, one of the best selling platforms in the universe, didn't even crack 1 million.
No.
Again, one of the best games ever made, widely regarded. It's got nothing to do with pedigree. It's just got something to do with marketability. And
I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It's got everything that's awesome.
I couldn't agree more. I think if we ever get like a really high quality Metroid movie or something,
maybe like it's got to be a TV show.
Some other multi. I feel like Metroid's better suited for a movie, but
there's just so much. I need like 2 episodes getting up to Ridley and a couple episodes getting up to Kraid, and like you can't give me Ridley, Kraid, and fucking Mother Brain in one 2-hour movie. I need more. I will be happy if we get that 2-hour movie, but man, I need more than that.
Fair enough.
What I need is for Nintendo to sell Metroid to fucking PlayStation, because then it would. No, barf. I know, but it would sell 20 million fucking copies.
But it wouldn't be Metroid anymore.
It might be.
Sony doesn't make Metroid games. They don't make that game. They don't make what makes Metroid. But they make PlayStation games. No, they fucking can't. If they could, they would. What, you would say?
They did. It was called Astrobot. That's the most Nintendo-ass shit they've ever made.
But it still doesn't feel like a Nintendo game.
I know.
Astrobot doesn't feel like it doesn't have that sensibility. Absolutely not. What makes Metroid so special is that weird little extra special sauce that Nintendo has. Like, it's still very much a Nintendo game, even though it's kind of one of their least Nintendo properties. It's still so very theirs. And
it is.
Whenever they make those games, it has that very distinct Nintendo flavor. And you lose that, and you make Metroid into a PlayStation property or a Microsoft property, it loses what made it special in the first place. And even if it makes it more mass appealing, it's mass appealing at the expense of its soul, which I don't think is worth. I would never pay that price ever.
Well, I'm an atheist. I'll sell anybody's soul. It's fine.
All right, speaking of soul selling, read the last story.
GameSpot reports that AI-generated GTA 6 gameplay leaks are going viral following the delay. The poster behind the leaks admitted their AI, stating how incredibly easy it is to fool people with fakes. So the original story that was reported, somebody on X, which is just the best place for you to if you have free time, you should be spending it on a platform run by the biggest fucking douche on the planet. Anyway, there were some leaks released of Grand Theft Auto 6. There was a poster there named Zap Act 2 GTA 6, who shared these videos on November 18th. They show what you would assume GTA locations to look like. The first video that he posted generated 217 likes, 26,000 views. As he continued to post things, we got numbers like 6,100 likes and 1.8 million views, which is just crazy. He claimed that these leaks were from inside Rockstar's studios, blah, 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 blah. He goes up on all this shit, and it's out there in the world, right? And it just gets fucking crazy. It's posted on X, it's posted on Blue Sky, on TikTok, on Instagram, on fucking Yahoo message boards, I would imagine. Any of you fuckers still using AIM? I'm sure you aimed it to somebody, perhaps even on MySpace. But on 11/26, so, about a week and a half after the initial blow up, dude came out and was like, nope, it's fake. These are AI generated videos. And nobody knew. And that's fucked up.
That's where we are, and I hate it.
That's where we are. Like, I don't know, you don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, Kris, but there is just an absurd proliferation of AI generated content on there that is really hard to distinguish from fucking reality. And that I feel, I am not as anti-AI as everybody else is. I think there are certain benefits to it that, leveraged correctly and responsibly, could be an improvement to people's life, to their workflow, to all of those sorts of things. However, the internet being what it is, it takes these things and it just put us into a place where it is legitimately difficult now to believe what you are seeing with your own two eyes. And that is a very, very dangerous place to be.
Agreed. I mean, I hate it because it's all plagiarism. Like, yeah, sure, it's neat that it can be used for stuff, but it also exists because it stole people's real work with no credit, no chance of crediting them, and it has slopped them all together into here's some stuff. So,
You're not wrong.
Sure, it could be useful,
You're not wrong.
But it came at too high a price.
I mean, and I do, and again, like, that is the thing that I kind of wrestle with when, I talk to the kids about it, about, like, they're like, using, should they use AI for school assignments? And, like, I see where there could be benefits to it. You know what I mean? Like, you've written your term paper, right? They're currently reading 12 Angry Men in school, right? And you've written your paper and you run it through an AI program to catch any mistakes you might have made, or maybe punch up your vocabulary a little bit or whatever. Like, that in and of itself, I don't necessarily think is such a terrible thing, right? Of asking the computer to punch up your vocabulary versus asking your dad, me, to read the paper and punch up your vocabulary, which I could do. Like, there's I see where that sort of makes sense and, like I said, improves, like, your day and your workflow and your time spent on these sorts of tasks so that you can go do things that you actually enjoy with your life, unless you're one of those weirdos like me who enjoys writing term papers. I see that benefit. But, as you said, it came at the cost of plagiarism and theft of intellectual property and all of those things. But then again, that's already happened. Like, you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube, right? And it's not going away. So how do we put ourselves into a position to where we can leverage these things? Because, like, this is not, we do this every day. Our entire culture is built off of shit we stole. Everything people like about America was built by black folks. Like, that, that's like a weird fact that I think a lot of people don't rationalize very often. But like I said, that toothpaste is out of the fucking tube. How do you rationalize it? I don't know. It's an impossible discussion. That could legitimately be decades worth of fucking writing and discussion and all of those things. But yeah, it is to me, the scariest part of it is when it is used for things like this. Of, I don't know if this is real, and I don't have a really good, easy way of being able to determine whether or not what I'm looking at is in fact reality or just some fakakta AI program that made what it thought GTA 6 would look like. That is scary to me.
Oh, yeah, it's all terrifying because...
Yeah.
Sure, you can have the conversation about how you're going to leverage this toothpaste that's out of the tube, but doesn't matter. It's not going to be used for that. It's going to be used to take our jobs. It's going to be used to make our lives worse. It's going to be used to make life for everyone except for the rich people who tech grow it up. Creativity, nobody will be able to survive on creativity because, like you said, toothpaste out of the tube.
It is.
And it doesn't mean I have to use it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
No,
I won't do it. Yeah. I won't be a part of it. I'm going to die broken alone, but, at least I'll be able to hang my hat on the fact that I didn't, use the AI that made me broken alone in the first place.
Right.
This, it's the fucking worst. It's how they win. It's how the bad guys are going to defeat us all. Art will no longer have any place in the world because you won't be able to survive on art. Art will only be able to be created by people who just need to create art and have other ways to support themselves because nobody will be able to survive on art anymore. Because at a certain point, artists are just going to be completely phased out of everything that they do. Musicians, painters, even podcasters. It won't matter. AI will be able to do all of it, and then once AI is cheaper to use than, say, hiring somebody to actually emote on a camera, it won't fucking matter. Because it's really only about, well, how can the rich people get more money? That's all it's about. So we're all fucked. So AI can fuck all the way off. It's nothing but evil. It's nothing but theft and slop and shortcuts and intellectual bankruptcy. Like, sure, the point of the essay is to figure out how to express yourself. And if there was a great way to use it as a tool to say, this will help me figure out how to express myself, I can take this direction and then turn it into my own words, that would be a thing. But that's not what happens. The thing is, I don't know how to say this. Boom. Oh, there, now it is said. I did not have to think about it. I have learned nothing. I have gained nothing. But the computer barfed out something, and therefore I can get a good grade on it. It completely defeats the purpose of the education in the first place, and it makes me want to fucking vomit out of my eyeballs. I hate AI. I hate it. Hate is not even a strong enough word. I should type hate into AI to see if I can figure out stronger words than hate.
Oh, man.
Zero value. None.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be great. God, if we could just sniff the Star Trek future, if we could just live in
give me a fucking replicator.
Give me the replicate. Give me something that's just for the benefit of mankind, not for the benefit of dude. Not for the benefit of white dude who already has more money than I could hope to spend in 10 lifetimes. But we don't live in that world. We lost. It's all over. We're just flopping around as fucking corpses, waiting for it to all get worse and worse and worse till we all die.
And the argument against that, to a certain degree, right, is kind of what you see that's happening in Hollywood of, like, the Screen Actors Guild and the Directors Guild and the Writers Guild and all of that stuff. Again, it comes down to, as everything else in life does, unions, right? Because you are right that this is ultimately going to be used for the benefit of the very few to become very, very, very rich beyond what they already are. However, that can only happen if the large fucking majority of us allow it to happen. Yeah, like, it is actually so incredibly simple to stop. It's the easiest thing in the world, is just don't engage with it, just don't interact with it. That's unbelievably simple. However, it is also much harder said than done, because, like, yeah. It hasn't, none of us have done it yet. Like, You want to enact real change in the world? A general strike for a day. A day, I promise, is all it would take. How do we get everybody to agree to that? I don't know. But if everybody just decided to stay home, the fucking shit would collapse. You know what I mean? Maybe 2. Maybe 2 days where they would like, all right, but they're all definitely coming back tomorrow, right? And then just nobody showed up anywhere. Everybody just stayed in their house. Be like, oh, okay. We actually have to listen to these fuckers because we are actually fucking useless here at the top in our CEO positions, and we don't actually fucking contribute anything. Anyway.
They'll give us the pacifier until they can get away with not.
Yeah.
Fundamental change. And with that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break.
This got deep and serious. Let's lead with this story next time. Yeah. Fuck.
When we come back, we're gonna check in with a checkpoint and then hopefully go to bed early. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from geekade.com. Stick around.
Oh, that entire segment was AI generated. All of our fucking responses, just in case anybody was wondering. We are Safe at Home, the leading dog rescue in the heart of New Jersey. Are you searching for a loyal companion, a dog that will bring love and joy to your home? Look no further than Safe at Home. At Safe at Home, we believe in giving every dog a second chance. We rescue, rehabilitate, and find loving forever homes for dogs in need, right here in the Garden State. Our dogs are ready to make a lasting impact on your life. Each one has a unique story, a wagging tail, and an incredible capacity for love. When you adopt from Safe at Home, you're not just gaining a pet, you're becoming a part of our family. Our dedicated team ensures a seamless adoption process, providing ongoing support and guidance. With New Jersey's beautiful parks, beaches, and trails, you and your new furry friend will have endless opportunities for adventures and cherished memories. Safe at Home relies on the support of compassionate individuals like you. Your donations and volunteer work enable us to continue saving lives and finding forever homes for these amazing dogs. Join us in creating a safer, happier community for dogs in New Jersey. Together we can make a difference and give every dog the chance to feel safe at home. Visit our website or call us now to learn about how you can be a part of the Safe at Home mission. Safe at Home, because every dog deserves to be loved and protected. www.safeathomerescue.org.
Hi everyone, Kris here. Podcast listening is free, but podcast creation is not. That's why the Geekade Patreon exists. In an effort to help us pay the bills, we've got a Patreon page set up where you can gain access to our monthly podcast topic schedule, get early access to many of our shows, and more. If you'd like to help support Geekade and keep these shows running week after week, head over to the Geekade Patreon page, linked in the show notes of this very podcast. Hey everybody, we're back, and we're going to talk about the checkpoint.
Checkpoint!
This is where we talk about what's been going on in our lives, and I got to say, it hasn't been super busy in these last several days, other than just work, just prepping for Black Friday, which is happening right now. By the time you're hearing this, Black Friday will be over. It'll be in December, and it'll be the holiday season. But I'm very, we're hosting Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm excited about making gravy and dinner rolls and mashed potatoes. The washer and dryer are working just fine.
You didn't burn your house down? That's
There was
exciting.
a very strange smell. I was like, it smelled like burning rubber, and I was like, something's wrong, but I couldn't, there was absolutely nothing smoking, nothing was even warm. Everything appeared to be working normal. So I went out to go see Wicked for Good with Ellie and Karen. John went to my sister's house because he just didn't care.
Was it in fact good?
No, it was great. It was great.
Excellent.
It was outstanding. I really liked the first one. The second half is not as fun as the first half. Like all the best songs are in the first half for sure. But it was still very good.
I have not seen it. So the first one. So not because I have anything against it. I just have not.
You don't mind a good ass burner. I would wait till an opportunity where you can see them both in a row, because it really is just the rest of the movie. Like, it's not the sequel. Like, it is the rest of the story. Yeah. And there was actually a piece of it. A friend of mine, Lisa, is a Wicked super fan, and like she's seen the stage play a bunch of times, and so she was slightly critical of the movie. She absolutely adored it, but she pointed out a couple of things that seemed odd to me, because they are direct callbacks to the first movie, which I had only seen the one time. So like they're doing visual things in the second one that are visual callbacks to things that happened in the first one that I just didn't remember because it had been like a year or so since I had seen it. Like, this really does seem like, for as emotionally resident as it was, it seems like the kind of thing that would work so much better if you just watched it all side by side. It would be so much more effective.
I think that is the way that I will try to do it.
I mean, it's not like, we're not talking the Lord of the Rings trilogy here. Like, it's two not like insanely long movies. They're not short, but you've seen longer movies, and I do think that's the way to do it, like back to back. But it was a very. I think I had said last week that I was looking forward to seeing it because I had no idea how they were going to get to the Wizard of Oz, and I was pretty happy with the way they got there. It all connected in ways that I didn't necessarily think it was going to. The Cowardly Lion can eat a dick, which makes sense, right? Because if you think about the character,
he's a lion and they're known for their dick eating. So,
indeed. You think about a character who's defined by cowardice, right? They've probably done some shitty stuff before you get to the movie about him redeeming himself, right? So, like, a Cowardly Lion, he sucks because he's still a coward at this point. But no, I thought it was very clever the way they tied things all together. Apparently, there are sequel books. So, like, Wicked was a book before, and it was adapted into the stage play. And the stage play apparently changed a handful of things from the original book. It is my understanding that they are largely considered for the better. And in the sequel books, things get weird. There's like various children involved. And apparently there's a very detailed subplot about the Wicked Witch constantly oiling herself up because she's allergic to water. I think I'm just going to keep pretending that they don't exist and hope they don't adapt any of those for a Wicked 3. Because I feel like they should stop. They're not going to. I think the studio already said, like, no, this shit prints money. We're gonna milk this for all it's worth. And like, could you not though? Because you told the story, and you did.
Story's over.
You did. You wrapped it up. Like, I'm sure you could expand on this, but like, I don't think you need to. I think it's good. I think it's for good. Where we're at.
Aw, I see what you did there.
But anyway, while I was at the movie, we were running the washer for the first time, like all day long, getting all the wash done, and it's very effective, which is what you want. But I started to notice this smell in the house, and we had left the house. We didn't leave it running, like we didn't leave the dryer running. We just had the washer going, and I got pretty nervous while I was sitting in the movie theater. And I'm like, talking to the Discord about it. And I had actually sent my mom over to the house. She's like, could you just check to make sure my house isn't currently on fire?
To make sure that I still have one?
Yeah. And it was fine. Yeah. And what I've come to determine is that the rubber parts on the inside of the washing machine, like, so I left the lid open for like a day or two. And then I stuck my head in there and sniffed. I was like, it's the rubber. It's the rubber stuff that's in here. And when the washer heats up, because we run it on a hot cycle, that rubber smell heats up, and that's what I'm smelling. It's this rubber that's in here just being near the hot water. It's just a weird rubber stink, so I'm hoping that it goes away in time. We ran it today, and I didn't smell anything, so hopefully the next time we do all day worth of laundry, it won't be overbearing. Not that it was overbearing, it was just like concerning, but I suspect it'll fade in time. Yeah. new appliance smells. Always good stuff.
Always fun.
But as far as video games, I mean, I've been watching more of the Mortal Kombat documentary content in the Mortal Kombat collection, which is utterly fascinating. There was this really, really cool bit that I had never seen before. I don't know if this stuff is already existing on the internet and I'm just way behind the times, but there were a whole bunch of animations for the characters in Mortal Kombat 1 that I had never seen before, because they had a bunch of extra frames for things that they had wanted to do. Like, so all the special moves, like Liu Kang throwing a fireball, or a Scorpion throwing the spear, they all had way more frames of animation. They had these big lead-ups to them, and then they had to take all that stuff out because they realized that having that much lead-up time to the move actually being pulled off didn't feel good. So, like, that's why the moves just happen immediately. Before, there would be, like, you'd do the input, and then he'd go through this thing where he swings his arms around and then throws the spear. And, like, well, that's a whole delay before you get to the move, and now the move isn't nearly as effective, and it makes the game less fun to play, so they cut all that stuff out. But also, Shang Tsung had a fatality where he pulls that sword off of his belt, and he slices your head off.
Oh, shit!
So that's where
cool.
fatalities came from in the first place. Fatalities weren't originally there. Fatalities were based on, I think it was Ed Boon. He was a big Street Fighter fan, and he loved the idea of the fact that you could make your opponent dizzy, but that was only fun if you were the one that made your opponent dizzy, and it really sucked if you were the person that got dizzied. So he decided to just throw that at the end of the match so that you could do whatever the hell you wanted. Like, so whoever wins the match is over anyway, so you get this extra free hit in that doesn't really ultimately matter. And then for Shang Tsung, they had that thing where he chops off the head, and then like it was some sort of memory thing or something. They were like, we just couldn't include it. But then when they tacked on that like extra finish him bit at the end, they already had, since they did the Shang Tsung thing, they made frames of animations for everyone getting their heads chopped off. Because, like, you know, they had to do that. And they're like, well, we've got this. So then he decided to toss in Johnny Cage punching the head off, right? Because there didn't have any new frames of animation. He was like, well, we already got the head removal thing. So he threw that in there. And then when it went to, like, testing around the office, everyone was like, oh, well, this is fucking great.
This is fucking awesome.
Well, shit, now we've got to make fatalities for everyone. And then they did, and that was kind of where that came from. It's just so fascinating. I'm loving the hell out of it. So the first whole chapter, which is long, was all about the formation of the first Mortal Kombat arcade game. So I've only been touching arcade content so far. The second chapter is going to be all about the first home ports, and then it's going to be about Mortal Kombat 2, then 3, and then 4. I think that's how they've broken all these different main chapters down. I'm so excited to get to the home console stuff because this is where we're going to get into Joe Lieberman shit.
Yes.
Yay.
What a fun. Fucking dickhead that guy was.
Yeah, that's just super exciting to me. I can't wait. But oh, but God, this stuff's been great. I mean, I've played about as much of the games as I'm going to for a review. Like, I booted up Mythologies and was like, yup.
Yep, this is a piece of shit.
This is exactly what I remember. A great idea. Like, boy, this was like such a good idea on paper. Like, let's make an action game starring Sub-Zero, and
it's still a good idea.
It's a great idea. Like,
it's still a very good idea.
Like, just do it right, and it'll be killer. But then, like, making it, oh, we should make it play like the arcade game.
Nope.
And then, like, well, sure, that's a great idea, but then you put it into practice, you're like, oh, there's a reason fighting games aren't platformers. Did you not play the Subspace Emissary in Super Smash Brothers? Like, that got old real quick.
This just doesn't work.
This control scheme works for Smash, but not for a platformer, you know? It's kind of a pain in the ass. But as far as the games are concerned, I've messed around with a bunch of the different options and stuff, so I feel confident on that. But I want to finish getting through all the documentary content and see where that goes before I write my review. But that's been wonderful, and I'm almost done with Dadish 3. This is interesting. We discovered today John wanted to play Dadish earlier today on the Dadish collection on Switch 2, and the Switch 2 just had a system update. And Dadish 2, specifically when you unlock Faust mode, where you get to play as the little chicken from Super Faust, it crashes the game.
Aww.
Which is fucking weird. It's wild.
That's super weird.
Only on certain levels. And it's like, it's this very specific thing. Like, you have to have 100% completed the game, gotten all the stars to unlock Faust mode, then go back and start playing it in that mode to even get to here. But like, once you do, you can't play through all the levels because some of them are just going to crash on you, which is fucking weird.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. I mean, I playing through the whole game in Faust mode is insane to me because it controls... The controls, basically it takes the way the character controls in Super Faust and just puts them in the Dadish levels, which are not designed to work with a character that controls this way. So like, it's always at most been a novelty mode to me anyway. Like, I was never going to spend any actual time doing it. So, but it's still kind of a bummer that it's busted. Regardless, I should be done with Dadish 3 within the next couple of days, and then I can move on to Dadish 3D, and then hopefully still get through... Just for poops and giggles, I'd like to get through Be Brave Barb and Dunkadillo one more time before Dadish 4, just because I love them.
Right.
I'm just happy as a clam in that department.
You didn't love Dadish 3D, though, right?
I liked it. I just didn't love it. Like, it doesn't work as well in 3D as it does in 2D, that's all. Like, it's still really fun. Very funny. The writing is 100% on point. It's just kind of misses the mark in 3D. But, you know, not enough to not want to play it again. Like, it was still pretty fun. I'm probably not going to 100% complete it or anything, but I'm happy to jump back in there and mess around with it. Dadish 4, man. As much as excited I am for Metroid Prime 4, I'm probably almost as excited for Dadish 4. It's ridiculous how excited I am for it.
I get it, man. I get it.
Things bring me joy. They bring me joy.
You like what you like.
What it is. Yeah.
Exactamundo.
But yeah, that's it. Oh, and besides just messing around with like the NES stuff last night, I mean, I played the first 2 levels of Battletoads, and it was just night and day between playing it on NSO versus Rare Replay. The Rare Replay, it just made me so mad trying to play that game, because at a certain point, you got to do these really, really difficult things. And, you know, I always abuse the shit out of Rewind just to try to get through them, because there's all this input lag. But it's just, it runs perfectly on NSO, which, just warmed my heart to finally have that one there, playing it on HD, my nice big HD TV. And good God, that game, for an NES game, especially at that vintage, it is unbelievable what Rare did in that game. The second stage, where you're rappelling down that chasm, it looks unbelievably good. It looks like borderline Sega Genesis game. You're just looking at this like, how did you do this? How did you get this out of an NES? It's astoundingly good looking with the multi-tiered scrolling and everything. Out of this world. Ninja Gaiden 2. Oh, I love that game so much. I was just playing it on Wii U not that long ago, because like I still have the Wii Virtual Console version of it on my Wii U, which is like the best way for me to play it currently, besides just on a CRT. But then I'd have to walk downstairs and plug in a controller, and that's for poor people, which I am, but still.
That's for filthy fucking pores.
Exactly.
And that's right. Say it with your whole chest, Kris.
Goddamn right. I like to pretend I'm not one of those.
Yeah, me too.
And so having Ninja Gaiden 2, which is my favorite one, hands down, on the Switch is just a wonderful experience. I'm so happy to have it there. I played the first level and a half of that, just the stages, and I'm gonna start over again next time I play it, because I want to watch all the cinematics. But I definitely want to go through that again, and just having that little rewind button, so I don't have to stress about the later levels. I can just like blow through it and not have the pressure of like, shit, I'm gonna go back a whole long stage, or I gotta do this whole section again. Just having that, because I've done it before. I don't need to prove shit again. I just want to play it for fun and enjoy the story and the visuals and the music, and that's what I'm all about. I really, really, really hope they do 3. Because while I don't like 3 as much as 1 and 2,
it should
I still
be there.
Like it. Yeah. And I really want to play it in these conditions, where I can have the save states and rewind. And because that 3 was just obscenely difficult, especially the North American version with like no continues. It's just insane.
Which is just a dickhead move.
Taking all that out from underneath it and having the ease of play on the Switch with the rewind and whatnot, that's what I really want. And I know I can play it with save states on my NES EverDrive anytime I want, but I also want that convenience of booting it up on the Switch and having the active rewind. I really want that. I am looking forward to jumping into Bionic Commando. It's a series I've never really been able to get into. I'm sad that the NES one isn't on there. I feel like Capcom loves throwing their Game Boy ones at NSO, but their NES stuff they seem to be way more protective of, which kind of drives me nuts. But the Game Boy one's supposed to be very, very good, and I hope that eventually we get the Game Boy Color one, because that's supposed to be very, very, very good. Bionic Commando Elite Forces, I think is what it's called. Either way, I know the Game Boy Bionic Commando has an excellent soundtrack, and it comes very highly regarded, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try. And also, another excuse to play through of Myths and Monsters. Like, I call that a big fat win. I booted up all 4 of them.
That's okay.
I downloaded the Japanese versions, which was really cool. I mean, it really wasn't all that different. What was it? Kid Icarus was never released in Japan, so it's just the North American version on the Japanese NSO, which I think is really cool for Japanese players to hopefully experience that for the first time if they were fans of the first game. Bionic Commando, I didn't notice any difference. Ninja Gaiden 2, I didn't boot up the Japanese Ninja Gaiden 2. I booted up the Japanese Battletoads because I was super curious about that, and it's just like, it's a different company that's not Trade West in the beginning, so there's a different logo there, and then the actual start screen is slightly different. The start screen gives you the like a selection of 1 or 2 players, whereas in the North American one, you just start the game and whoever presses start like joins in. It's a very strange way to do that. But also the Japanese version doesn't have the pause music.
Yeah, I saw that you mentioned that in the Discord, which is very odd.
That's a very strange choice. Like, I know it can be really annoying, but also like it's that game's fucking personality to a T. Like, pause music is iconic, man. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
I was so sad it wasn't there. I was like, oh god, did they take it out of the North American one too? Is it an emulation problem? Then I booted up the NES one. It's like, no, it's right there. It's fine. It's exactly where it should be. So beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
Love that.
That's it. That's all I got besides prepping for Thanksgiving. I got a lot of cleaning to do. Not a lot. The house is in pretty good shape, but I did some really hardcore raking this morning. I didn't go to the gym this morning. I've been feeling under the weather.
Instead.
I haven't been sleeping, and this morning I didn't wear my watch to bed. I was like, I'm just going to sleep as late as I can, because the day before I fell back asleep. And then my alarm woke me up. I was like, son of a bitch, I was actually asleep. I'm like actually full on dreaming asleep.
Oh, shit.
I wish I wasn't wearing my watch because I could have slept. I could have been well rested for a change, but that didn't happen. And then I went to the gym anyway. And then this morning I was like, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try to not wake up. And then I woke up at 3, and then I woke up at 4, and then I woke up at 5. And I was like, oh, fuck it. Well, I'm going to stay in bed. I'm going to force myself to rest. I'm just going to not go to the gym because I don't want to be sick for Thanksgiving. So I stayed in bed, and then I woke up, and around like 6, I didn't wake up. I gave up around 6. I went downstairs and did some yoga. But then I started feeling really well. So I was like, you know what I really want to do is I want to have the front yard raked, because I like to pretend that I have my shit together when the in-laws show up. So
sure.
I went outside, and when I was walking Hopper, I had seen the leaf truck rolling around the neighborhood. I was like, oh shit, if I can get them to pick up my leaves, that would be great. So I raked as fast as I could, and I got some fucking exercise. Let me tell you what.
Nice.
I was drenched from head to toe in sweat. That was some hard work. So I didn't feel bad about missing the gym today. I think I am going to skip tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. I think I'm just going to be like, fuck it. It's Thanksgiving. I'm going to give myself the day. It's my off day anyway. I'd just be going there to walk on the treadmill. So maybe I'll go anyway and try the new sauna. They have new saunas there.
Oh,
they took out the old sauna. They put new ones in. They're fucking weird. They're like infrared saunas. It's smaller, so you can still fit 2 people in there, but it's way tighter, which I don't love because I don't want to wait in line to get into the sauna, but more people are going to my gym these days, which makes me sad because I liked it when it was a ghost town.
Right.
Whatever. But yeah, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow morning and just go walk for a little bit, listen to a podcast, and then sit in the sauna and sweat for a while before I tackle the day. But I won't set my alarm. I'll just go whenever the fuck I wake up, which will probably be 5 o'clock anyway because can't sleep.
Because that's just where we are.
It's just where we are. That's just what my life is these days. What have you been up to?
So, I mean, like you said, we're recording this, but a few days after the last time we talked. So not a ton. We had a busy, I have off obviously tomorrow and Friday. My office is closed. So we had a very busy week. this week at work, which just kind of took most of my focus for the week. So I didn't have a ton of free time. The free time that I did have, like, I started listening. I'm kind of flipping back and forth between listening to a chapter and reading a chapter of, I started up Dungeon Crawler Carl on a recommendation from my roommate Nick. And it's fucking great. It's outstanding. So let me give you the premise here. I'm just going to read the premise from Wikipedia for you. The alien Borant Corporation restructures subterranean Earth into a multi-level dungeon for their live-streamed game show, Dungeon Crawler World, based on the dungeon crawl trope introduced by Dungeons & Dragons. Humans and other Earth creatures are given the option to become contestants or otherwise stay on the surface of the Earth, which has been stripped of all modern amenities. Carl, a Coast Guard veteran, and Princess Donut, his ex-girlfriend's cat, participate in the show. The series is known for its dark humor, over-the-top violence, and the unlikely but endearing partnership between Carl and Princess Donut. This is basically a video game put into book form. It's fucking outstanding. This is so right up the alley of everybody who listens to this show. You included. I know you don't do a ton of reading, Kris, but this would be 100%, I think, a book that you would enjoy the shit out of. It's super fucking funny. The audiobook version is outstanding. Like, I find myself almost wanting to spend more time with the audiobook than actually physically reading it, which is very often not the case in the way that I read. Because, like, I read faster than the audiobook is usually performed. So, as we discussed at the top of the show, I am a psychopath. I listen to the minimum speed I will listen to an audiobook is through Audible anyway. I don't know any other app. But it gives you options to speed up the reading. So the minimum that I will go to is 1.7 times normal speed. I usually listen at like 2 times speed. Because that's the speed at which I read. So like I just, if it's slower than that, I stop listening. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not processing it or paying attention. So this has been just fucking super enjoyable and very, very highly recommended for anybody who likes video games, D&D, and wants to like kind of find a book to get themselves back into reading or whatever. I think this would be a wonderful place to start. I've really enjoyed it. I did spend a little bit of time doing some gaming this week. You know, this is a video game podcast. And you have been talking about Mortal Kombat so much that I was buoyed to give a try to Mortal Kombat 1. They added that to the PlayStation Plus catalog a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't remember exactly when, but they did add it, and I finally fired it up yesterday. Tiff's been working really late this entire week. She's been putting like 13-hour days in because she is also off Thursday, Friday. Her the vet's office is closed, so they were super fucking busy. They needed everybody in. So while she was at work, I decided, I was like, you know what, let me boot up Mortal Kombat 1. And I don't fucking like it at all. It is so slow. It like it feels very deliberate. And like, obviously Mortal Kombat never played like Street Fighter 2, it never played like Tekken. You know, it played like Mortal Kombat, but there was a speed and a flow to the Mortal Kombat games that I really, really enjoyed. And it's been, you know, like we've talked about it, right? Like once they kind of hit the Deadly Alliance era, like we kind of fell off of it. And I like Deadly Alliance quite a bit, but after that, it just kind of got progressively, you know, more and more a different thing than what I wanted. But even still, going back to like Mortal Kombat X and like even the Injustice games that are kind of built on that same framework and whatever, there's a speed and a flow to it that I am not finding in Mortal Kombat 1, and I am very glad that I did not spend any money on it whatsoever, because I definitely would have been disappointed. It's odd. It's odd playing a Mortal Kombat game that does not feel like a Mortal Kombat game to me.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Mortal Kombat games, modern Mortal Kombat games, but there's a brilliant simplicity to the original series that I think is largely lost on the modern versions, the modern narrations. And it's fine that that's not for me anymore. I'll always have the original ones.
Yeah, and like I hope it continues to do well. I love Mortal Kombat as a franchise. I love the characters. God, like you couldn't have found a bigger Mortal Kombat fan than me up until like Mortal Kombat 3. And then it started getting like less and less. But it just not for me.
Yeah, 3 definitely knocked me down a peg, but then Ultimate kind of brought me back, and then Trilogy really brought me back. Trilogy was just like, oh shit, this is awesome. Like that was where the Trilogy was kind of where I feel like they finally nailed 3, and then 4 was like really fun for an afternoon. But 4 was like, it still feels like classic Mortal Kombat, sort of, but it's like now it's in 3D, it's not real people, so it's like it still had that soul of the original Mortal Kombat, but it didn't quite work as well. But then Deadly Alliance was like, well, now we're just going to full on make a modern fighting game, and that's where it lost me.
Yeah.
I did play the Game Boy Advance Deadly Alliance, by the way. I did actually put a little time into that. And like, God. It's pretty impressive. It feels like Deadly Alliance, which it's never really felt all that great to me. Like it feels a bit sluggish in comparison, and it is a huge downgrade from the proper console versions. But considering that it's a Game Boy Advance game, it's pretty impressive. Like I don't want to play it very often, like ever again. But for what it was, I imagine at the time, if you really liked Deadly Alliance, you would have this, if this was your only option to play it on the go. It's a pretty reasonable facsimile. It's very impressive. Again, not good, but not bad.
but not bad. I did spend some time. I started up something that I picked up on a Steam sale a while ago. This game by a developer called Subcult Joint Limited put out this game a little while ago. I'm looking on the Steam page. I'm trying to see if there's like this game was published on X date. Not that it necessarily matters. Okay. So this game was released in December of 2023. So it's about 2 years, almost 2 years old. And it's a game called Cookie Cutter. And it is a hand-drawn Metroidvania that is super over the top in like violence and whatever, but the animation is fucking gorgeous. I am so in love with the way that this game moves and the way that this game looks. It's really fucking nuts. And I love the fact that the main character, Cherry, is like not your stereotypical heroine, if you will, in a video game. She's kind of chubby and she has like a fucking wicked punk rocker haircut. Like she is not video game hot. Like I could see the right wing fucking rage sphere going nuts about this fucking the way this character looks. And that makes me want to play it even more, right? It plays really well, controls really well. I haven't gotten nearly enough into the story to really go too deep into that. But this seems like the sort of thing that I'm going to get super into and like kind of blow through as I'm taking a break from like Hollow Knight and whatever, because that game is just so fucking Silksong is just so hard. It's just beating me down and I haven't finished it yet. Also because like life in the universe and everything has been going on. So I fired this up a little bit. My plan over my 2 days off is to spend a significant amount of time with No Man's Sky. And I am concerned about that plan, if we're being honest, because, you know, I know how I get with things, but that is the plan. I looked through the Black Friday sale for Steam, which is something that they've never done up until this year. And there's plenty of stuff on there that I would like to have, but nothing that, like, I don't need to do any of it right now. Like, there's no deal on here. And there was a bit of a discussion in our Discord, which if you're not in our Discord and you're listening, you really should be, because you do miss out. It's the show after the show, and it's a wonderful community that I barely participate in. And I wish I'd participated more, but I just don't have time. There was a bit of a discussion in, like, Steam library value versus time played and games played and all of those things. Because, man, like, I look through, it's like, oh, there's a fucking Steam sale. And, like, right now, the King's Quest collection, right? For example, it's on my wish list. It is on sale for $10 to get all of the King's Quest games. When the fuck am I going to play those, Kris? Like, when am I doing that? When am I going to sit down and actually play these? Is it a good deal? Undeniably. $10 for all of the King's Quest games? That is a great fucking... Right, that's a great fucking deal. When will I actually do this? I won't, is the answer to that question, in case you were wondering. So, you know... It's also one of those things where, like, when I'm looking at stuff now, like, the King's Quest collection does not have a Mac OS version. So I could not play this on my Mac Mini. I would have to play this on the Steam Deck. And Steam Deck is not necessarily the way that I want to play point-and-click type games. It's not impossible, but it's not great, you know? Same thing with, like I'm looking at Gigasword and Ball Pit and Wheel World and, like, all of these games that, like, my current wish list of $20 and under is absurd. There's so much shit on here that I would love to say that I'm gonna play, but, like, I'm just not there yet, you know? Like, my backlog is so fucking crazy right now. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to spend time with No Man's Sky, and I'm going to spend time with this cookie cutter game and reading a book, and we'll go from there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to read a little bit more. I'm trying to... in an effort to combat my insomnia, I'm trying to, like, not watch any YouTube videos before I go to bed and just, you know... Get back to basics. Make sure that I'm doing like what's it? I'm listening to music while I'm brushing my teeth instead of you know, playing a YouTube video of, like, some late night show. And then I get into bed and I read, like, a few pages of a book until I pass out, kind of a thing. And it has done it's done fuck all for me so far. Well, I mean, I guess to be fair, I was able to get... So the other night that I was actually sleeping, I woke up at 4, and then I was like, all right, well, this is it. And then I fell back asleep, and then my alarm woke me up. And I was like, oh shit, I did fall back asleep. That never happens. Right. What the fuck? So maybe it worked. It didn't. I've only really been doing it for, like, a couple days. So... And since it didn't work right away, then clearly it's never going to work. So, because that's how things work. Is there anything in particular that you're, like, looking to read? Like, I want to read this type of book. That's the thing. I can't think of anything. I asked another friend of mine for book recommendations, and she was just like, I don't fucking know. I read a bunch of romance stuff that you're probably not going to like. Like, I mean, but you might. I might. That was the thing. I guess it's like, you're talking about, like, adventure fantasy romance? That might actually be up my alley. I don't fucking know. Right. Like, I know the books that Karen reads are definitely not my cup of tea. I am, like, what is she reading? She reads, like, tween romance stuff.
Okay.
Which is
like the
definitely-
YA fucking
Yeah.
like. Okay. Yeah, that's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm reading a Star Wars book a little bit, and I'm kind of switching back and forth between this Star Wars book about Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and David Sheff's Game Over, which, you know, I've read that. I've never read that one before, but it's not really giving me any new information. It's still a fun enough read. So
Right.
I'm doing that, but I guess I don't really want to read a book that is going to suck me in, because the point is to try to calm my brain and then go to sleep. Which is why I would be reading stuff on my phone, but it's my understanding that
your brain is being like, oh, we're still up.
Yeah, it's the glow of the screen that's the problem. It's not the stuff that I'm reading, it's the glow of the screen that's screwing up with my brain.
I mean,
theoretically,
the stuff that you're reading is also part of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not part of it, but because like that's the thing, when I don't read before I don't read in bed because I would not go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like I read for sheer enjoyment and get absolutely lost in where, and always have. Like even when I was a very little kid, I was an avid reader. You know, that was just kind of, whether it was like Hardy Boys books or Boxcar Children, like, you know, getting into those like early series when I was a kid, because that's just what my school library had, and I was like, whatever, these are fucking cool. And then all of the R.L. Stine, like The Babysitter, and like all of those like safe horror books, you know, when you're a little kid. But then I very quickly graduated to like reading Stephen King books way earlier than I should have. You know, and being like, I'm an adult. I read serious books now, and I'm fucking 9. Like, what am I doing reading The fucking Shining at 9 years old, or reading Hamlet or Macbeth or whatever? That's what I fucking did. You know, so now when I look at the list of books that I've gone through this year, like Dungeon Crawler Carl will be the 17th book that I have finished this year. I don't know where I'm going to go next because I'm about halfway through it. I started it Monday. Yeah, I'm about halfway through now. But like my reading has been all over the place this year. I've read nonfiction. Like the first book I read back in January, I absolutely loved, but it was The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt. You know, it's this big fucking tome on... It has nothing to do with Teddy Roosevelt as president of the United States. It is Teddy Roosevelt's life leading up to his ascension to the presidency. It's a 3-book series on Teddy Roosevelt. And I decided I'm gonna do one a year in January. So I did The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt this year. I will do the next book in the series, his presidency, next year, and then his life after the presidency the year after that. But like I read that, I read a book about just different baseball pitches and like the history of that. But I also read fucking like a couple kooky horror books, like The Ghost That Ate Us, about a fucking weird town burger joint that was maybe haunted, but maybe not. And this book Pet that was super fucking cool. About it's like it's pretty heavy. The star of the book is like a young trans girl, and like her mom paints this fucking like super creepy demon looking picture that she eventually calls Pet, but the demon like comes to life from the painting because he has to hunt down, there is a bad person in town, and we don't know what the bad person is doing, but there is a bad person, right? There's like allusions to like child abuse and that sort of thing in there. But this thing comes from the other side to like hunt that down. And it's like, it was a super short book, but it's like really cool and really interesting. But then I also read Slaughterhouse 5. Like that's what I finished before Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I've read before, but Vonnegut is the type of author that you read a Vonnegut book and then you take a couple years and then you read that Vonnegut book again, because Vonnegut really has this really interesting way of morphing and changing and being something completely different, depending on the different stages of your life when you've read Vonnegut's books. And Slaughterhouse-5 is absolutely fucking fabulous. I don't know that you're necessarily there right now, though. And Slaughterhouse-5 is definitely not a book that you read a couple pages of before you go to bed, because it just won't ever make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the fact that you are reading, like, look, if you read a page a day during the year, and you got through 365 pages of a book, that will get you through a fair fucking number of complete books, which would be a lot more than most people read. So even if you're just doing a page a day, that's fucking great. You know?
It's better than the nothing I was doing before.
It is better than, and it's exactly like you said when you started working out. I'm going to do one push-up, because that's better than none.
It's better. Yeah, it's better than nothing. That's the goal. You know, read more. Help with my vocabularistics.
You're exactly. Love it.
Flyers won, by the way. 4-2.
Oh, son of a bitch!
I'm kind of sad that I missed it. Was it a shootout?
And by love the Flyers, I obviously mean fuck the Flyers, because again, as previously stated, there is in fact a team in New Jersey.
And apparently my sister sent me something on Instagram that I'm supposed to check out, which I have to assume she means the Stone Age Gamer Instagram, because I don't have an Instagram.
Maybe there's another me running around out there that has an Instagram.
But it's not me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I will go do that in a moment. But I don't know. Is that it? We done? We did?
That's it.
We
Fuck
good?
it. We're done.
Hot, spicy, and sexy? I love this plan.
Yeah, always. You know me.
I do know you. That's why I said it. Yeah, okay. I think that about cracks it. That about sticks it in a capsule and launches it off into space. I don't know why I'm still talking. That's our show. Join us next time.
Done.
Join us next time for the Alphabet Super Series Christmas Special, where Dan has chosen Christmas nights to cap off our year. It's a Sega Saturn game. It's lovely. It's also available on, I think, the PlayStation Network in a nice, fancy, upgraded version, which is very, very good. I highly recommend it. However you can play it. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. And I'm excited because we're going to be in the Christmas season. After tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and at the end of the day, it's Christmas, baby.
It's Christmas time. That's right.
Yes,
I'm breaking out the records tomorrow.
And not a moment before.
Absolutely. Tiff tried to put up the fucking Christmas tree on Monday. And I was like, you dirty fucking whore. How dare you? Take several seats. As the kids say.
We are on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts, as well as all manner of other fun stuff, like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. If you'd like to get early access to this show's episodes, as well as a bevy of other shows in the Geekade Podcast Network, check out our Patreon, also linked to in the show notes. It helps keep the show running week after week, and all our patrons are loved and appreciated. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ali. You can learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. And finally, as always, we'd like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making the show listenable for all you folks. Blank thank all you folks for listening in the first place. And before I close out the show, I'm just going to be a sentimental sap for a minute here and say that I'm so thankful for this show. Dan, I'm so thankful for you. You've been such a good friend to me this year. Coming out and talking to me through all my nonsense problems that I'm trying to deal with, and just being the best damn podcast partner a guy could ask for. No offense, Matt, who chimed in earlier. You're also the best podcaster.
No offense, Matt, but fuck you directly.
So thank you for everything that you do. Really, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you. Everybody in the Discord, everybody who listens to this show, the Discord group in particular, just because I interact with you so often, I so much appreciate that Discord group. That channel is So much fun. There are all these sub channels they're so supportive. Anytime that I need them, anytime I need to chat with somebody, I just need to get something off of my brain. There's somebody in there, and they're always willing to listen. Just solid, good people all around.
Genuinely good people.
Great stuff. I'm so very thankful to them, to all of you, anybody who listens to this show, anybody who listens to this nonsense week after week. I know we have a small audience, comparatively speaking, to the billions of other podcasts that are out there, but the small collection of folks that we've got listening to this show could not mean more to me. Just the hugest thanks from the bottom of my heart. Evan, for editing this show, for everything. Come on. Give that man his dues. I love me some Evan. I really love that guy. He's also always been there for me whenever I need him. I miss him so very much. I'm so sad that he left New Jersey. I maintain that the stuff that they are doing out there, they could be doing here too, and they could be doing it closer to us. But you know, they're Evan and Andrew are building a life out there, and I couldn't be more proud of them. And I couldn't be more proud to call them both my friends. They're just wonderful people, and I'm so very thankful for them. And that's all I've got. So
ditto.
Nailed it.
No, I
10 out of
100% echo all of your sentiments about, first and most importantly, me. I am fucking great. That has been very clearly established. Our Discord, as proved when I was fighting cancer last year, and this year. I keep forgetting that was also this year, too. Just a wonderful, absolutely generous, loving group of people. And you legitimately could not ask for a better group of listeners and friends than we have cultivated with this little show that we do. Evan's okay. You know, he's fine. He does, I guess, a good job on this podcast. I don't listen. I'm still angry about the Plex thing. I want to send him money so we can do something better. And I know it's not that simple, but I want to give Evan money. Not just for movies, but for sex. Or something. But no, I am incredibly thankful, as we say every year, Kris. I am incredibly thankful for the opportunity to do this with you every single week. It is therapy. It is just absolutely pure joy. It is shocking to me that we have been doing this show for as long as we have been doing it with nary a bump in the road, right? There's been a couple, but
cancer.
No, I mean, sure. There was that.
I know what you're saying.
You know, but like between us, especially once we got rid of the riffraff, cut the dead weight from the show. You know, it's really been pretty fucking smooth sailing. And like, we're not always 100% in agreement on everything, but it is this show has never legitimately, to me anyway, this show has never felt like work, like something I had to come down here and do. It feels like something that I still get to do, and that is, I am just so pleasantly surprised by that all of these years in, that I still view this as something I have an opportunity to do. I have been given this opportunity. Given is maybe that's way too sentimental, and I've taken this opportunity sounds worse and more like a dickhead, and that's not how I mean it. We have this opportunity to be a part of people's lives, to make a difference in people's lives, both each other, but also the people that listen to this show. And that is a privilege. It is a responsibility. It is all of those things, but it has never once felt like a burden, which is an incredible thing. And I am incredibly grateful and thankful for that. And we will continue to do it until the fucking wheels fall off, man.
Well said. You beautiful man.
Aw, thanks. Love you.
Aw, love you too.
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
All
I don't
right.
say it. We don't say it enough to each other, to the world in general. Do it and fucking make it weird. It's fun.
I feel like we say it enough to each other.
We say it enough.
to
I'm
each
just
other
saying it.
pretty often.
Yeah, I know.
As people. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That's it, everybody. On behalf of Dan and myself, happy Thanksgiving and keep playing games.